Alrighty. So welcome to Random Adventures 2.0 family. This is our live that we do every Sunday. And as you can see, I changed the studio around a little bit in honor of Memorial Day. Before I even get started, I know a lot of times it's we say Happy Memorial Day. More along the lines of being reverent for this day, because it's such an honor when we think about those who've given so much in sacrifice so that we might have and enjoy what we have had for so many years. So I wanted to take and we've been going green in the studio lately, and I wanted to do a red, white, and blue theme, so you can see the blue over there. So and then I have lights, the green lights that we had out on our freezer-bound outdoor rendezvous that we were just at. The lights behind the stars are blue, and then I've got some white lights in behind the flag, just because it's such a fitting time, when we reflect. I know there's a lot of us that enjoy so much because some gave all and gave so much for us. And we just want to honor them in thought and prayer, and just be so thankful and grateful that we can experience what we experienced, because so many gave the ultimate sacrifice that we might have a happy Memorial Day. So no matter what you're doing tomorrow, or maybe you did it today, but this whole weekend, just take time just to reflect that the reason we have a lot of the freedoms that we do have is because of others. All right. Well, welcome to Sunday Night Live. I'm going to get right to the comments because we got to get going. All right. We do have a couple of special guests coming on, and I want to get down through some of these comments, and then we'll about 8:15 I'm going to bring the first person on. I'm not going to tell you who it is until we get there, but hey, there's Leonard, and then we got Rick in the house, and there's Carl. And yeah, Carl, definitely there's a lot of storms been going through. There's been a lot of devastation with the tornadoes and everything, and anybody that's in the path, just be mindful and keep them in prayer as well, because and those who've already been experiencing the devastation that's just happened, recently. We've got another round of storms moving in over the next couple of days. In fact, I just heard on the radio driving in, because Miss 2.0 and I went up to our daughter Gabby's, and Rachel was there. Our grandkids were there. It was great. And I ate, what did I eat? No carbs. I had bear burgers. Oh my goodness, are they ever good? My son-in-law had gotten a bear, and then my daughter and son-in-law had it processed, and that was the first I got a chance to eat the bear. And the dog bear was there, who ate my hat a couple years ago. And I am going to be dog sitting for them again, coming up end of June. Into July 4th. Same thing as every year. I'll be dog sitting, but that's going to give me an opportunity to scope that area out a little bit more. Hey, Elric, how are you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I know, Johnny. And I showed my wife the thumbnail. Yeah, I wanted her to look at the background, and she goes, "Why didn't you smile?" I thought I did, and I did that last night quick, and it was pretty late and I was tired, and I thought, I wasn't smiling very good, but I did have somewhat of a smile on there. All right, let's see. Oh, Johnny, did you get the video that I sent you? I'll tell you guys about that here in a minute, but there's a new thing with Buy Me a Coffee, and I can reply. Well, I'll just tell you now. I can reply I can reply with text, but now I can reply with a video. Actually say, like, "Hey, Johnny and Mary, thank you so much," and record a video, and it's got to be 30 seconds, and then send it, and then it's a more personalized way. So anybody that does Buy Me a Coffees, which is a great way to send and support the channel, I can now send you, no matter where I'm at, almost immediately send you a real quick video right back. That's going to be so awesome. Yeah, it is. I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? There's KN. Hey, and I do want to say thank you to all the mods that are in our live streams. Really appreciate you guys, and you guys do such a good job. Though I'm told by the mods that we don't really have any negativity, which is perfect. Yeah, I mean, because this is just a great family, and it's great seeing everyone come on and just interact with one another. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? Oh, and if y'all remember, I opened on Mail Monday. These, I wish I had these for out there when we went out to the rendezvous. I could have given everybody stickers, but Jeff, I've been handing them out like water, right, to a thirsty people. I actually went through to get Miss 2.0 a coffee the other day, and they always, say hi to me at the local Dunkin' as I run up to take her a coffee up at work. And I handed them my card, and then right after I handed them my card, when they handed the coffee out, I handed them a couple stickers, and I said, "Here you guys go," because a lot of them know that I have a channel and stuff. And yeah, so I got her a coffee, ran it up, got to see her. Yeah, which is always good. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? And then we got Rick Wilson, brother. How are you, buddy? Yeah, no. That's sorry I missed last week. That's not a problem. And I did get your message about thinking about starting a carnivore. I tell you what, it's a good decision if you do. Hey, Darlene, how you doing? Yeah. And then we got Old and Crackedated here. And Old Crackedated, you're here early tonight. Yeah, I know last couple of times you've been busy and didn't jump on till a little bit later, but that's perfect. I'm glad you're here. Always good seeing you. Hello from Louisville. So glad I found your channel. Well, you know what? I'm glad you found it too. Yes, because Miss 2.0. Okay, so as you guys know, back in January, so I'm gonna just put it out there again, hon. So this is Miss 2.0 that's up on there, and hey guys, I see you in the green room. I'm gonna get through a couple more things here, and then I'm gonna bring you on. I want to stay right around 8:15, and then get you guys on and talk about some things. So, but Miss 2.0, she said, during our live back in January, y'all were asking, when's Miss 2.0 going to camp with you? And I said, well, she would camp with me if there's a hotel, maybe a bathroom, stuff like that. But we kind of said, well, maybe if we hit 15K, you'll go on a camping trip, right? And so that was back in January. So about a couple weeks ago, I said, hey, hon, I said, you remember you saying you were going to go camping when we hit 15K? She goes, yeah, but that's not for a while. I said, you better get your camping gear ready because we're only 520 away. And I reminded her today that we're 360 some away from 15K. So I've got a good hammock for her to get in and things like that. And so she's going to hammock camp, and I think she's going to love it. Yeah. Hey, baby and me, tiny house on wheels. How are you doing, brother? All right. So there's Stitch. Hey, how are you doing, brother? Howdy, everyone. Tony always does this live during happy hour, right? So I'll hang out as long as I can until I get the evil eye from Miss Stitch. Hi, Miss Stitch. How are you doing? Yes. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Hey there, brother, homeless Santa. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm day 37 on the carnivore diet, and it is going good. I am so glad that we saw each other. Like, I saw homeless Santa in January when Stitch and I were down there for the hammock hang con. And then when I saw you again in Lancaster at Maha, I almost didn't recognize you. The only way I recognized you was by the Santa hat. And everything you were telling me about Homestead How and, Dr. Eric Berg and stuff, man, if I would have started this and nobody told me anything about the benefits that I would have experienced so quickly, I would still be doing it. It's amazing. And I'm going to be sharing more and more about what I've been doing and how it's been going, and on and on. Oh, I did want to say that on June 25th, I was contacted by, I think his name is Adam, from Carnivore Today, to do a podcast. It'll be a video podcast. I'll get more information about that, but I was on Homestead House Live just the other night, and he popped on and said, "Hey, looking forward to doing that." I guess they had seen me carnivore camping and cooking carnivore. I think it was the parking lot video. Hey, Dylan, how you doing? My brother in law served. I love him and miss him. Yeah, well, so do we. And just thank you so much for his service as well. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, there's Freddie Moss. All right, I'm going to scroll down. So Paul Camps too. Awesome. So I'm not going to be able to jump back and forth and look at all the comments, but if you do have a question, I'll probably say, hey, I'm going to take questions now. And if you got a question, throw it up. And let's see, 8:11, we got a couple more minutes. I've got my guest in the wings over there, and we're going to bring them on about 8:15. So that's why I want to run down through here. There's Skeeter. How you doing, Skeeter? Hey, Dennis, how are you doing? Hey, Tony, how's everyone tonight? They are doing good. Well, at least I am, right? Yeah, and it looks like everybody else is doing good in here too. All right. Yeah, thank you, Homeless Santa. Yeah, this is a hat that when I was out in Colorado Springs, there was 3 hats. And during that live, this was Stitch's, one of Stitch's hats. We did hat number 1, hat number 2, or hat number 3. And you all chose hat number 3. So he sent it home with me, which is awesome. Yes, please put that. All right. And there's my brother, Alpine Warrior. All right, Brian Todd, how are you doing? Hi, Mr. Tony 2.0, right? Hey, Gunner, how are you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm doing good. James Nix, are you the James I know? Oh, asking questions back and forth, which is cool. There's Freezer Bound. All right, so we got a couple more minutes, and then we're going to bring them on. Yeah. It's cool. So cool. So my guest is, if you're wondering, so we've got Freezer Bound that I'm going to bring on as soon as I get down through a couple more comments. Freezer Bound, that's going to be Adam and his wife. They're going to come on. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Hey, DJ. Oh, cool. Sooner than she thinks, right? Yeah. No, if she was handing out some stickers too, Jeff, and she was giving them to a couple of people, and she's telling them that, like, hey, when my husband gets to 15K, I'm going camping. So she goes, don't subscribe, but here's a sticker. And they're like, oh, no, we're subscribing. We want to see you go camping. All righty. I love that. Well, thank you so much. She just pounded on the door. You want to come in and say, she just got done from a run. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. It's hot, isn't it? Yeah, it's hot. Yeah. So if y'all want to see her camp, tell your friends. No. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay. We got about one more minute. They're going to come on. Let's see. Okay. I just want to run down through a couple more to get caught up. I think I'm going to get caught up. Hey, there's Chad. All right, Chad. Congratulations. We got a couple more. I think the way it's been going, it might be about 2 to 3 more weeks that she will be coming on. All right. So it's almost 8:15. You guys ready? I get some thumbs up there. All right. So, I think I got everything done that I was going to do ahead of time. So, hey, without further ado, let me bring on Freezer Outdoors. All right. Then we have another guest coming up a little bit later, but there we are. Hey, guys, how are you doing?
Good. Yourself? Hi, everybody.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. No, good to see. It's like we just were together a couple days ago.
You're right. We just came in from the pond area. My parents were out there and they had a little fire going, so we cooked up some venison back straps and had that. And the storms are about to roll in here, so we decided to come back in and jump up on your live stream. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. And I do want to say that just y'all's hospitality has been amazing for both years. And I was invited, 2 years ago. Well, actually, right after the third year, and this was your 4th year anniversary.
Yeah. So next year, so we started in 2020. So 2025 will be our 5-year anniversary. So I'm hoping to keep growing the Rendezvous and making it a good time. We love making everybody feel at home when they get here. So we try to, focus on that.
Well, you guys do a good job, and y'all are just busy right from the get-go.
Never stop.
Right.
On Sunday evening, when everyone leaves, we come in and just lay on the couch, and we're like, "Oh, we're done, man." Like, but it's a good time.
And y'all have a beautiful property too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's a great spot for that. I was just, last year when I got there, I pretty much the only person I knew was Shade Tree America, and he had invited me. And so he was really the only person I knew. And I knew you and I corresponded a little bit, but I never met anybody. But I have to say that only because I was trying to really film, this year was so much better because I knew what to expect and I could capture more of it. And, that first year I was like, and plus I had that other meetup to go to on Sunday. So that was a long weekend. And, but yeah, it was great seeing all the kids there too. Really amazing.
A pretty good turnout of kids, and we try to gear things towards the kids a little bit more than the adults, just because we want the kids to go out and camp and fish and hunt and trap and
learn.
We want the kids to be off the iPads and out in the woods.
Right, and that's one thing that I noticed. I didn't see one kid on an iPad or a phone that whole weekend. No.
I didn't see anybody. No.
So
no. And like I said, where I set up the pines down there. Oh, I don't know how many people hammock camp on a regular basis or anything like that. But I don't tent camp. I just hammock camp. But you've got such a great section there for multiple. I'm going to see if we can fill that up next year for you.
Yeah, see if you can fill it up. Bring a bunch of people. I mean, like I said, I just want to grow this thing so that it's fun for everybody. And our channels are a little bit different. You're like the camper, and we're kind of like the hunting, fishing.
Yeah.
And when you showed up, I was like, well, we'll see how we get along. And I never expected us to get along so good, Tony. I mean, it's amazing.
Everybody bonds.
And everybody that's there, it feels like we're just a giant family of YouTube, So like it's an impressive thing, I think.
I do too. And you guys had multiple people that come every year, and I know you've had some losses too of a couple. And which is very, very sad. And but expanded more channels that came this year, like Big Sexy Outdoors. I didn't realize that him and I are neighbors practically.
You guys are very close. And then we had a couple more people that were fairly close to us that came too. And I haven't really talked to them, and I just seen where they were filming on YouTube, and I was like, man, they're so close to us. I got to send them an invite. So it was nice for some of them to show up too,
Yeah, and then Half Pace Outdoors came all the way from Ohio. Yeah, he's got a great testimony of just overcoming with his spinal cord injury back when he was 17 years old or 14 years old with that tumor. He had a great time. He says he's going to be coming back next year too. I think everybody that's been there has always said, I'm coming back, and Pretty much so, yeah. Unless something happens like scheduling or something, but it's you guys put on a really great thing. Is there what are some of the challenges for you guys doing it? Have y'all ran into any challenges?
So the big challenge this year, which we're going to shift it to the second week of June next year, I think.
Okay.
The biggest challenge for us was, as you know, on Friday night, I was gone the whole night at baseball.
Game,
like I can't miss the baseball game because I coach. So, at least Renee got to stay there and stuff. But with the last week of school and everything happening, she's at school working, and then she volunteers for a lot of things, and then I'm at baseball, and we're trying to mow and like get the fire making challenge set up and like make sure we're good on food and do everything else. And it's just like, whoa, it's all coming too quick. So we want to match it up into June next year.
Okay. Because last year it was later in June, almost the end of June, I think last year.
Yeah, I thought it was the first week of June last
year.
It might have
I'm not sure. The week after Memorial Day.
Yeah, it was the week after Memorial Day. And then we bumped it up this year just due to like my vacation and my off days at work. So next year I know going in that I'm going to take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Yeah. The second week of June, so that if the people from Iowa that come, Jeep fam, if they want to come on Thursday, I'm more than welcome to have them here. So
right. As long as he works or mows and stuff.
right.
Right. No, it was
yeah.
And the weather actually really wasn't bad when you think about it. We didn't have any major downpour. If it did, it was overnight. We had a couple, but you guys had those canopies set up this year that you didn't have last year. But last year was hot, wasn't it? Hot last year.
I remember it was really hot, and I'm glad. Like it's supposed to start raining here very shortly and start storming for like the next day. So I'm glad it's not, tonight, because we'd be out there just waiting for the storm to come in. It's just
right.
Yesterday we had hail.
Yeah, we had hail.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for about 30 minutes. It was bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what was it? The year before you came, Tony, we had a really bad thunderstorm come through. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, we didn't have any extra canopy set up. The wind came in. But it kind of made a fun memory for all of us that were there, because we all huddled into that little pavilion out there.
Right.
And we all sat up there and had fun no matter what. So,
yeah.
We got a little close.
Yeah. Made some lemonade out of lemons. And I heard that storm. I heard that storm rolled up really fast.
Oh, my gosh.
It was like,
so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woman Outdoors, got to see her again. And, Boxy, see him again, and just so many of the channels that were there, that I met last year. It was just really, I wish I could have gotten a chance to talk to everybody longer, but Al's Outdoors, with him being there. And was that his first time there?
Yeah, that was his first time there. So he actually, he's been meaning to come, but he just lost his wife, and he was taking care of his wife for quite a long time. And, he finally had the opportunity to come up, and I think he had a good time. So
he did, yeah. And the fishing challenge, that's two years in a row that I didn't participate in it this year like I did last year, just because my casting trigger finger isn't very good. Every time I casted last year, I was like one of the kids that would wrap around the end of the thing, like when I was trying to teach my little kids to fish. And but it was great seeing all the joy of everyone catching fish. And you got that thing stocked pretty good.
Yeah, it's stocked. I know that I can go out right now and cast, and within 5 minutes I'm gonna have a fish on. So that's what we were shooting for.
Yep.
Yeah, because I know Nicholas Green and OnlyFins gave Nicholas a lure, a popper. And just as I was getting ready to leave after saying goodbye to you guys, I drove down to say goodbye to him because he was fishing, and he just hooked one with that popper, just like right off the bat. Yeah, really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Only stayed about one.
I think OnlyFans, he stayed out there and fished for like another 2 hours all by himself. So.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I was the first one to get there this year. Yeah.
You were. As soon as I saw you pull in, I was like, yes, Tony's here.
I was trying to beat the rain. So I thought I would come earlier to get set up. And yeah, it worked out good. Worked out really good. Yeah. And I just want to say, anybody that's got any questions for them, throw it down in the comment section. Just put 3 question marks in there so that we can see it pop up. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard for me to look at the comments and talk. So that's why I said Yeah. So next year, I mean, when do you kind of do a video like saying, hey, this is when it's going to be? Is that like 4 months out from when the event is?
So I tried to post a couple updates there and do a live stream or two, but we were just like, I feel like we went from swimming straight into baseball, and like it was just chaos with the kids.
Yes.
But hopefully here next month I'll be getting a new bid at the place I work, so I'll be working first shift instead of third shift.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to do a little bit more in the evenings when
normal people do.
Normal people do.
Yeah.
Where is the gathering survival? The gathering is in Clarion, Pennsylvania. We're about 15 minutes off of Interstate 80 at the Clarion exit.
Yeah, thanks for that question, Spiral Mode. Yeah, and that I was going to say, Clarion. How far is Clarion from Ohio?
An hour and a half most.
Yeah, because I know I came out 80, and it was like 3 hours from where I'm at. Like that. If you were to go from say like Elysburg out, it was about 3 hours. And
we're 2 hours north of Pittsburgh.
We're just under 2 hours north of Pittsburgh. We're just under 2 hours from Erie. We're an hour and a half maybe from Ohio. So
New
York, same thing.
Yeah, same thing with New York. We're an hour and a half to the New York border. So
it's pretty central. Yeah. For multiple states, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So they are guys, in the comments in here, go over and check their channels out, hit the notification bell so that, if you want to know more about the event, next year. And then also your channel does, like you said, does different than camping. It's more along the lines of hunting and fishing and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you want to just talk about your channel for a second?
Yeah, I can real quick. So we started about 5 years ago, and we bought this property, and we were raising chickens and everything. And our kids were real small, and a bunch of guys came over, and we were taking care of the chickens one day. And somebody's like, "Well, put them chickens in the freezer." And somebody said, "They're freezer bound." I was like, "The chickens are freezer bound." I said, "Well, let's film this and like go."
That's how we got there
with Freezer Bound Outdoors. Yeah. So then, it was a group of about 10 of us that archery hunt, and we're outside having fun all the time. We try to get the kids outside as much as possible, and we probably got 20 kids in our group. I'd say between our close knit group.
Now what they're like 7 through 15.
Yeah, they're 7 through 15 mostly, so it's the perfect age to get them out. We got probably 10 kids that archery hunt. We got a few that trap. They pretty much all fish. So, I mean, it's about us getting them out there and posting memories on here. So,
absolutely. And that's what it's all about. In fact, with my channel, the reason I said I was doing it was so my grandkids could see it, because my grandkids really don't know me that well. I mean, they do, but they don't know me that well. But hey, they're going to know Grandpa. maybe if
Right.
YouTube's around long enough, their kids will be able to see who we are. So it
Right.
definitely builds a lot of memories. Do you see that there? Trapper asked, can anyone go to your event?
I just seen it pop up. Yeah, Trapper. It's a big open field out back. If you watch some of if you watch Tony's video that comes out here, you guys will see the area and everything. And we're just out there having a good time. So you can come and film. You can come and just hang out.
As long as we call it a creator rendezvous.
Yeah, we call it a creator rendezvous. So, because a few people that are big on Facebook, we're a little bit bigger on Facebook than we are on YouTube. So we focus a lot on Facebook too. So we call it a creator rendezvous, and pretty much anyone that loves the outdoors and wants to create some content, they're more than welcome to come out and check it out. Whether it's for just like Saturday's the main day where we start out at noon with the fishing tournament, and we run the whole day full of events. We showcase some channels. We try to do things the entire time to keep people people moving and checking other things out, whether it's trapping, fishing, or hunting. Just try to keep things going.
Yeah. So this is Hammock Mountain. This is a friend. He's another channel, and looks like he just subbed to your channel. He missed where you're located, and he says, I hope to go next year.
Okay. So, so we're in Clarion, Pennsylvania. The zip code's 16214. And if you zoom out on Clarion, we're about 5 minutes north of right downtown in Clarion. So, like we said before, we're an hour and 45 minutes from Pittsburgh, Erie, Ohio, and New York. So we're kind of centrally, 10 right
minutes
in
off
PA.
Interstate 80. We're 10 minutes from, and I don't know if anybody knows, but Cook Forest, which is an Allegheny National Forest. I see somebody just asked.
Oh yeah, we are right
in there.
Cook Forest and Allegheny National Forest is just right up the road. It's a pretty big camping spot in Cook's Forest. There's a lot of history there. They have a fire tower you can go walk up. They got some scenic outlooks and stuff. It's a really neat place to go and check out as well.
Yeah.
Kayaking and stuff like that. They do tubing and stuff like that. So,
when I left, I was going to go. I needed gas, so I think I went the opposite way. Plus, I had to get home for my Sunday Night Live. But I wanted to make a trip through Cook Forest and check that out. But hopefully, I will soon. Yeah. So I do have another question here, C's, and then I've got another person waiting in the wings to come on, and we're going to bring him on too. Thumbs down? No, thumbs up. So good.
Yes.
All right. So let me answer this question, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring him on, and we can all say hi to one another. So Tony, are you going to make the MIDHA out at Ministry Creek? It's in July. ANF hang at Minister Creek on Dutchware's hammock event. Well, I'll check it out, DJ. I didn't actually know anything about that one. And Dutchware, it makes hammocks in Lancaster, PA. Beautiful hammocks. Oh my goodness! But they're all he makes them down in Lancaster. But he also has hammock events. But he's got a calendar where he'll let people post events for hammock hangs on there, and then just. The community is very much like what you're building out there with outdoor panels, but this is all hammockers come together and learn from one another and different things. So I was really, I didn't film it for my video because anybody who watches my video knows how I put my hammock up, but it was great that you allowed me to, showcase how to do hammocks and things like that for the other channels. That was really cool. Yeah.
So next year, what we'd like to do is, when we have a second, I'd like to give each kid like a tarp and some paracord and say, okay, you two go over here, you two go over here, you two go over here, and let's see who can make the best tarp shelter.
Oh,
just to kind of
spice it up and
spice it up for the kids a little bit more that they're not used to.
Yeah.
Go out and see, and maybe have you go out and like just help them a little bit and kind of give them a
Right.
little bit of a direction to go. And then,
Yeah.
you know, I think that'd be fun for all the kids and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, because a little bit of the bushcraft stuff, I think it would tie into helping a lot of the younger kids that are coming to understand a little bit more that it's, you know, yeah, I can fish and hunt, but hey, what if I get stranded out there too? You know,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
how do
we
I
kind
make
of tie it all together. And,
right?
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. So I am going to bring our next guest on. So I want you all to hang on and say hi to him, and we can all just talk for a couple minutes. All right, you ready? Yeah. All right, I'm getting thumbs up over there. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and hey, there's Nicholas Green. All right.
Is my audio okay?
Hi, Nick.
good, Nick.
I'm really good.
Okay. This is my older microphone, and I'm in my closet.
Oh, you got the shelves built. Look at that.
Yeah, we got
Awesome.
shelves put up, and I got, you can't see up there all the way, but all my camping stuff is like on them. So
You guys were working hard today then. That's cool.
yeah, well, I don't know. I just had a big pile, but I also have something here on the shelf.
I was just going to mention that.
It is on
So-
the shelf.
Big winner.
Yeah, big winner. Biggest fish caught. Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so that's not on my video because I wasn't down there for when you caught it because I walked up because I was getting hungry. So I went up there and I made a ribeye. And then I made you one later and I ate some of yours.
I didn't know where you disappeared to. I didn't know where
Yeah,
you went.
I was getting hot down there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but
it was hot.
yeah, it did get warm. So that's the trophy. So guys, go over and check out Nicholas Green's video too of that event, and you'll actually see him catching the winning fish. And that was a catfish?
It was a 19-inch catfish, but I've never really handled them much, and I just knew that you got to watch their little flippers there.
Barbs, yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying to hold it, it, you know, fell and almost got in the water and all that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. And what did you catch that on? That was
It was like fake power bait.
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even power bait.
Awesome. Yeah. So how did you two meet? Freezer Bound and Nicholas Green.
Would it have been through Boxy?
Boxing,
Yeah, we met through Boxy or Greg from Geo Outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those two.
And this is your Nicholas. This is your third year that you went, right?
I've been there every year, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I think you've been there all four.
all
Yeah.
four.
Yeah,
Oh,
because the
awesome.
first year, that's when I met them through, I think it was Boxy on one of his lives, because that was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time you guys were talking about it. And then
Right.
you guys, Boxy and Geo, are the ones that like mainly,
Did
you know,
it, yeah.
I mean, it's and still like Geo did like the fishing stuff, but
Correct.
yeah, that's where it was. Because even like I thought about that before, and I was like, oh, it was Boxy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really awesome. And I'm just scanning real quick for any questions here. All right, I don't see any more
So-
questions.
If you guys in the chat want to see like a good presentation of the fire making challenge, go over and check out Nicholas Green's video.
Definitely.
No.
He has the first person view of the fire making challenge. It turned
That
out
was
really
good.
good. It turned out
It was
good.
cool. It's
I liked it.
yeah, it's like if you had a caveman game, but you were really bad even at the
Yeah.
game, so you could see like
I like
from that
it.
view. So yeah, I didn't want to leave it out because I did pretty bad, but I didn't want to leave it out. So.
We all
Well,
tried our best.
you won the 1 year, didn't you? Like 3 years ago?
Yeah, well, that's the problem is even in my camping videos, like people get mad at me because I just use a lighter. Like I'll just grab a lighter and light something, and I always got comments for that. But I never really used ferro rod, and then when I did that there, I basically accidentally got it going like the second strike, and then now every year it's been like, oh, no.
Look out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I do know you didn't try the hot stuff, did you, Nick?
No.
Okay. So
Not once.
around the fire, you guys said, yeah. So what did y'all have there? Because I missed that part.
So we did a couple hot challenges like a couple years ago, and I mean, I'm not good with hot stuff. I pretty much throw up as soon as I have something hot.
Right.
So we had 2 of the pecani chips, the world's hottest chip,
Right.
and we had the world's hottest jerky. So I tried a little bit of the world's hottest jerky, and I mean, it was hot enough where I hurt for probably about 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
She's the one that does a lot of the hot challenges, and I think she's about done with them. But
Well, I did the picante chip, and when we put the chip on my piece of paper towel, it fell out all over. Well, I, not thinking, went like this with the paper towel and put everything in my mouth. It got my whole entire face.
Oh, my goodness.
I swallowed, and then it came back out.
Oh.
I just know after people like try something hot, like around the fire, because usually it's like kind of around dark. Everyone, like, people disappear.
yeah.
They'll eat
They don't want
something
anything
and
to
then
do
just
it.
like they're gone.
Right. I
Like,
saw a little bit of it on the video, and they were saying, "Don't swallow it. Try it, but don't swallow it." Yeah.
Right.
Well, I did.
Yeah. Well, was it Jeep Fam's son? Like, he's young, and he chewed that thing for like a minute.
Yeah, he did good. Like, he did better than the adults did. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he could have. Oh, he won the kids fire challenge his first round. He burnt the string. Yeah, that was cool. It was good seeing them.
The Shade Tree just said about the Nitro Bear. I did the Nitro Bear with Big Tiny. This chip was nothing compared to the Nitro. Like the Nitro Bear, like I did it fine. The chip was worse.
Way worse.
Oh, way worse. Oh, my God.
Really? I thought about getting it and just trying it, and I'm not sure I can.
Well, they said it tastes bad too.
I don't recommend it.
Doesn't it taste gross too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like
on top.
It was like
of that?
weird. Yeah. It was like some weird oily grossness. I've never tasted.
I'm glad I missed it. So we do have Elric, the Black Card, is asking, can non-YouTubers attend?
We kind of go ahead.
We kind of have our friends come, but our friends are part of our channel. They tape things with us.
Yeah, I mean, until we get, until we get the entire area filled, and we have a little room out back here this way too. So I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
And I would say even on a Saturday, if they people wanted to stop by and see some of the channels, talk to some of the channels. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Here I am saying, but it's not my property.
The more the merrier, right?
With us focused on like archery a lot, like almost all of our group hunts archery, and we have a little get together. It's just a day thing in like September, and we go over some of our archery stuff. We really don't film a lot of it, but so we try to do that in September. But this is the big one for camping and everything. I see that Gunnar 606 just subscribed to us. Thank you very much. If I ever hit 1K subs, I'd love to attend. But you don't have to hit 1K subs.
We have everybody.
We had our second year. Pretty much everybody was under 1,000 subs except for Boxy.
Yeah,
and Nick.
And
like there was quite a few of them at like 500 subs. And by that next year, everyone was
hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were well over 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it kind of helped everybody.
Yeah, it kind of helped because we kind of learned and met new people like Nick and
right. How we heard it because of Boxy introducing us to all these people. So
I don't know if you guys see that there. Steven says a kid in Canada just died last week from eating one of those chips.
Oh, yeah.
I believe somebody was talking about that when we were out there.
I heard somebody say that. But those chips nowhere. That's dumb.
I've got bear mace.
If you had an allergy or something, it would definitely tighten your
Ooh.
yeah, real quick.
Yeah, not good. So I know it's 8:44, and I know you guys, Freezer Bound, said you had to get going to do some filming or something.
I got a pair of night vision binoculars, and last night I was sitting on the porch, and we're just sitting there waiting for it to get dark. And then as it got dark, the fog came down, and you couldn't see anything at all.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the rain holds off for like another 25 minutes, so I can get out to the field and see if I get some deer or something on through the night vision in the dark. So
Bigfoot.
Alpine Warrior. That's what I was going to say. Alpine had asked me a question earlier this week. What was the deer stand next to where I was camped? And I didn't get a chance to respond to him yet. I want to get into archery myself. Well, Alpine, I have a Matthews bow that I bought right before my stroke. I shot it twice. It's fully decked out. I spent like $1,500 on the thing. But you can answer that.
Okay, so the stand out there, it's a 7-foot platform stand. I got it off the Sportsman's Guide. It was only like $350. It was a lot to put together, but once we got like the platform together, like it took a few hours, but once we got together, it's so good for the kids because we're up high. We're upset. Our feet are at 7 feet. You crawl up through the center. It shuts. I have an old 4-wheeler bench in there that we can sit on. So like when the deer walk up, we're elevated enough where they can't see in. So I think it's a primal, but I'm not sure. But if you type in like Google and you type in like 7, they got 10-foot and 12-foot platform blinds. They're pretty amazing if you can find them cheap.
Yeah.
As far as getting into archery, I have went from compound and I have worked my way down to a recurve bow. There's recurve bows called Samick Sages. They're only like $120. They screw together. It's just, a piece of wood that screws together and you hook a string on. And like mine's a 45-pound. I bought her one now that my 9-year-old's shooting. It's a 35-pound one.
Oh, wow.
And I think I can kill a deer at 15 yards with mine. I haven't yet. That's my goal this year. But you can go with a cheap crossbow. You could go with they sell $2,500 crossbows. They sell $400 crossbows. They're both, one's a name brand, one's not. But whatever type of archery, either compound, crossbow, or recurve, you can get in at a low budget, or you can get in at a high budget.
Somebody asked what the mystery sausage was.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we had Bobcat. Oh, that Bobcat was amazing. Bobcat
that was good.
That was my favorite.
That was my favorite.
It's like chorizo.
And then we had the antelope, alligator, rattlesnake, boar's head.
The rattlesnake was chewy.
That I didn't have.
Before you say what the mystery was, I was the first one to eat the mystery meat. I took like 3 big chunks because everyone was a little worried. I threw them all in my mouth. It just didn't taste right. Like there was something wrong with it. So like I chewed it up and just walked away because I didn't even want to know what it was at that point.
Right.
It was very dry.
It was not good.
Yeah, dry.
It tasted weird.
I didn't get a chance to try that because I had walked down to the camp because I had to charge up some equipment, which is kind of good because later Shade Tree leaned forward to me and he goes, "Just letting you know, I found out what that was." And he says, "It's over there if you want it." I said, "No, I'm good." So what? Bull testicle? Is that what it was?
It tastes the texture. The texture was like fine ground up welding gloves, and then
it was gross.
It was okay, but it was so dry. Like
thank you. No. Yeah, I'm glad I missed it. All righty. Well, we got to get you guys out there to do them night vision goggles.
I just heard a bunch of thunder, so I was going to say, I'm going to run real quick. I just want to tell everybody thank you. Tony's a great guy. Nick's amazing. If you want to stop over and check us out, we host it. It'll be the second week of June. We will try to be a little more updated on YouTube about it. And
I'll be sharing it as well.
The more the
Yeah.
merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier. And we go by one motto here. When we wake up every day, no matter what happens, we do one thing, and it's choose happiness.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's a choice. Absolutely. And it's a good choice to make every day.
It's good seeing everybody. See you, Nick. See you, Tony.
Thank you guys for coming.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, thanks. We'll do this again sometime.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
All right, there's Nicholas Green, brother. How are you doing?
Up?
Good,
I'm
good.
I don't know if you can hear it. We got just a straight tin roof, and it is downpouring. But I'm in the closet, so
I know you messaged me and said you got some major storms rolling through, and
it was kind of like mainly out west a little more. They're having tornadoes right now. They got like 4 of them right now, but over this way, it was like kind of the edge. Like when the storms are done in other states, usually to get here, and then it's like a chance. But I think we're fine.
Oh, good. I know you said you were going to be checking the satellite a couple times.
Yeah, it
the radar.
What happened was there were a bunch of different cells moving in, and that's when you get the tornadoes. But they all kind of collided and turned into a line. And,
perfect.
Yeah, so it's fine now.
Perfect. Good deal. Yeah. So, guys, a little bit about Nicholas Green is I used to do gold panning before I actually had the stroke and stuff, but I was gold panning, and one day this young man pops up as a recommendation he's gold panning and going to check out a stream. And so I watched his video, and I remember clicking on it and going, oh my goodness, you were gold panning in this little stream down there, and then I saw your channel. I was like, oh my goodness, how did he do that? And I finally got to meet you last year at Freezer Bound, and I know we've talked and stuff, and there's Darlene Good. I don't know if you can see her in the comments, but I remember coming back and telling her that I met you and that you and I had started talking and stuff, and that to be praying for you. So she's been a prayer partner with me for quite some time and praying for you, Nick. And I'll tell you what, God's answering some prayers, because you've been having an amazing run since last year when I did that interview with you last year to this year. I tell you what, it's amazing the transformation that's happening in your life.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank you and
Darlene,
and also Jack's grandma in the comments. I know she's watching now.
Oh, is she here? Oh, yeah. Awesome. That is great. Hi, Jack's grandma.
Yeah, I told her I was coming on, so.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I really, just dark times, and it's not like it was a little phase. It was a while.
Like 5 years, you were saying.
Yeah.
It was really rough.
Was real bad for 5 years. Yeah. And that's, it all started right. I was pretty big on YouTube. Like, all my camping was like huge, all kinds of stuff. And then when it's, things got worse, then that's when I stopped doing as much, mainly the camping, things like that. So slowed out. But now I'm starting to go back up the hill. So
yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, because right before you got there on Friday, you had gone to a herb farm.
Yeah.
And filmed, because you thought you'd be about an hour and a half, and it ended up you just spent like a lot of time there. So that video is going to be coming up.
Yeah, I was there like 3.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
Anything to do with, I understand I'm still younger, but anything to do with, nature or just good skills, like homestead skills, things like that, I want to like start filming it, at different places, because I'm not experienced enough, I don't think, to make a video on what I do. So when I can find a farm like that, I was like hooked. And then it's just all sustainable stuff, all kinds of that. But but that'll be out soon. I
Oh,
I have
good.
many videos that need edited, and that's one of the close ones. So
Yeah. And, just, a lot of people may not be familiar with your channel, but you had a video that went pretty much viral. But how old were you when you filmed that?
I think so. I'm 22 now, but I think I was 16.
Okay.
I don't think it was 15. I think I was 16. I can't really remember much, but
Okay.
I think I was 16.
And that was your backyard
Yeah,
in a tent during a blizzard.
yeah, and actually, I was recording. It's funny how it happened. I was recording on a camcorder for the longest time, like a 720p, but it wasn't even that. It was like, 440.
Yeah.
Like it was not good. But then, not long after Christmas is when I filmed the challenge video, and that's when I got the GoPro.
Okay.
So I got that right before. So that video is in okay quality because of that.
Oh,
But,
awesome. Yeah. And that was quite the storm. And, I know you don't like the term as much, but a lot of people know you as the Blizzard Kid.
yeah, just anything to do with like Blizzard, camping, 70 sub special, because that was for 70 subscribers. So I did that.
Right.
I don't even know how many views it's at now. I think it's at like 17 million or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I looked at it the other day.
it's crazy because when I started YouTube, I never thought of, this is what I would be doing.
Right.
I literally posted so I could watch them, and people watched my old videos. And then I made that special for them, which was the only time I had camped on the channel ever. And then it just went crazy. So it turned into a camping channel. So
Yeah. And we were talking about that last night, Nicholas Green Outdoors, how you there's so many other interests and things that you do and that you really love to do. And you feel like you're a little pigeonholed because it says outdoors. And I had said last night when we were talking, that really shouldn't pigeonhole you because you're helping people get outdoors and getting into the outdoors, checking out like that mushroom farm that you went and filmed where that guy grows the mushrooms.
yeah. I was just talking to him. He's not comfortable to do a follow-up because
Okay.
like, even on the first one he was nervous, but since like 600,000 people seen the video, I think he got really nervous. So I was like, that's fine. But he sent me pictures and just different things he wanted me to know. So if I did an update, I'd have stuff for it. But just I don't know, homesteading things. I consider it outdoors. I know it's not camping, but
Right.
It's good stuff to know. And I think more importantly, like for videos, when I watch videos, it's to push me to do something, or even if I know about it, it's to show me different ways. So
Right.
when I start filming these places, that's what I'm going to aim for,
Yeah. No, and so guys, I see the transformation in Nicholas from last year and just from talking to him on the phone, but you guys don't. So Nicholas, you started December 5th with Carnivore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were how many days in now?
I think it's like
170?
probably 170.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like right around there. It was December 5th when I started.
Okay.
But I want to say the comments real quick. Darlene, what is up? Shade Tree, I want to show you real quick. This is on my camping shelf. I'm gonna get a fuel cell for it and some things to go on it. Becca Wall, what is up? Appreciate it. And Jack's grandma clarified I was 15
Okay.
in the solo camping video.
All right. and she's down in Texas. You went down to visit. You did a train trip, film a train trip. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's when I went to Texas. So
yeah, and Jack's grandma, thank you for praying for Nick too, because it's definitely God's answering prayers. Yeah, and just just the joy. You can explain maybe just a little bit about some of the benefits that you've found and we're going to just give a what is it, disclaimer that neither Nick or I are medical doctors or anything like that. We're just sharing what we're learning by what's our journey of how we're coming along and, doing the carnivore. And as you guys know, we had cooked. We had I like how you called it the carnivore table.
Yeah, carnivore table. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a hibachi almost in the woods.
Yeah, that came from Stitch. That was the scrotal, really good, and we put it on the fire maple Saturn burner. But that cooked up that steak really good and quick. Yeah, but some of the benefits that you've experienced, you want to share some of that? Yeah.
So I want to say first, the huge problem I was going through, like real bad, that went away before I started diet. The reason I started was because I felt unlocked and I was able to finally do stuff I wanted to do. But I still had, I just want to call it fog. Yeah. First, I'll just start with mental. It's kind of like a fog, depression. I know everyone goes through it, anxiety. There was some of that left, and it wasn't a huge amount, but it was definitely there. And I've noticed that went away. Like it went away. I still get depressed and stuff, but not like I was. So it's not crippling like it was. Yeah, no. I've completely changed since like last fall, pretty much. Yeah. But that's just with the mental part. But what I want to talk about is like cravings, right, and withdrawals, right. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Okay, so I started because I was watching videos on YouTube, and that's all I watch is YouTube. So once I'm on there, I started getting recommended different other videos. So at first I seen carnivore on Joe Rogan. Okay. Is when I seen carnivore. And then he was talking to there was a girl that he had on there, and she had been doing it for a while because she had, and like no tolerance for like any food. Anything. Right. Yeah, she'd react bad. So she noticed she started feeling a lot better, like even past, that. She was like just feeling leaner, mentally wise, she was feeling better. So then I seen some more videos on YouTube, and I was like, immediately, I was like, okay, I'm doing that. I was like, I'm doing that. So I just started, and what I thought at first was, wow, there's no way I'm going to be doing this forever. I'll do this for a while, and then I'll just swap to normal keto, like 50 carbs a day. I was like, I can't take this. This was the first week of starting. Right. So I had withdrawals. I wouldn't say 2 weeks. I say a week and a half. I had really bad withdrawals. I felt like I had a really bad flu. And that's because I was used to so much sugar. Now, keep in mind, I didn't really drink pop, but just snacks. So mainly I had a problem with carbs, and then I'd have a lot of cereal, which sugar. That's just straight sugar. So I had bad withdrawals. So going through, it was the withdrawal stage, and then I kind of got clear, and I didn't have cravings. Now, when I was eating carbs and sugar, which I know, like, you're probably thinking right now, it turns, into sugars. But when I was having all these breads and everything, I would constantly be in a crash, a sugar crash. I would constantly feel that crash. Like if you have an energy drink or something, and then after you're like, constant. So that completely disappeared after a week and a half, after those like withdrawal symptoms went. So then it turned into, I didn't think I could do it for a while, till now I've been living and not craving stuff as much, and I'm probably not eating enough, but like I'm okay and I feel healthy, and I don't have the cravings to eat 10 pounds of, snack cakes or cosmic brownies or whatever. Like,
but you're not drawn to it. Like you and I were talking, you went to Walmart and walked down the aisle. Like, I know what that tastes like.
yeah, like I can go now. Like at first I would have been like, oh man, I can't go in the store because, I'm pretty strong with sticking to something, but I didn't want to like annoy myself.
Right.
But now I can walk through the bakery section and I'll actually get mad. Like I was telling you last night, like I'll see different foods that people are getting. I'm like, oh my gosh, if they only knew how much better they'd feel if they didn't eat that.
Right.
And I seen the comments here. Okay. I'll get back to the camping spot.
I'm going to throw the questions up.
Okay. Energy on carnivore, though. Can't mind in the chat. Huge follower on my channel. Yeah.
Oh.
So at first, like I was saying, it felt like I had a bad flu. It felt like COVID is what it felt like at first. And I was like, man, I'm really weak. Like this has to stop, or I have to give in and eat something different because I didn't have energy.
Right.
But it went away. It really did. And I notice now, obviously as I'm losing weight, I get more energy. But on top of that, I just feel like I have, even from the start, like more pep in my step.
Yeah.
Just like, like I'm constantly moving around, and
if somebody goes back, like goes to your channel now or after we're done and looks back at say like June or July of last year and just looks at a video, even from 2 years ago, at your highest weight, where were you at? You told me last night.
I was at almost 340.
340. Okay.
Yeah. And that's when I was probably 5'9".
Okay.
5'11", like pretty much 6 foot now.
I know you grew since last year.
Yeah. So I was shorter, and I was 100 pounds heavier than right now.
So right now,
that was in 2020. So since last year I was sitting right around, I want to say, I think it was 315.
Okay.
Or so is what I was sitting at. So since last year, but since 2020, 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So.
So 315, like December, because I know you give updates on your channel of your.
It'll say on my first video. It should be in the comments. What it is. But another thing I want to say is when I lost some of that, I lost 20 pounds of the weight the other year.
Right.
In 2020, I lost 20 of the 340, and that was from a whole spring and summer and into fall of biking and just having like a sub or like half a turkey sub because I thought, I didn't think of carbs then. I just thought, oh, that's healthy. So then I'd have just water, and I lost 20 pounds, and that was a lot of hard work, like a lot.
Yeah.
But one thing is, on the carnivore, I could sit in my closet here. I could just sit in my closet and be doing the diet and still lose weight, like at a decent pace. So
not riding a bike, not working out, not doing anything like that. Yeah.
Because when I started this, I started in December, before Christmas,
right?
Before all these seasons, Christmas, Easter, where there's all these sweet things for the whole month, all these candies. So I wanted it to be a challenge. But at the same time, I'm in the snow belt of Pennsylvania, and you can't really do anything in the winter. So I wasn't biking, wasn't doing much. I didn't even work out in here. And I've been losing it consistently since then. And I just now started to bike. like I really haven't done much.
Yeah,
So,
I think the update you put out at day 167, I forget what number, where your weight's at.
I
Was
think in that video, because that's the one as soon as I filmed that the other day, I posted it. It's like right
Yeah.
after I posted it. I can't remember exactly because I'm not like crazy on thinking about the weight, but I think it was 242 or 44.
right. Yeah.
Right now, this is only like not even a week later. I'm
Right.
like 237.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So, but your body does that. Like
It does.
you can't keep just staring at the scale and like tracking it constantly. And if you go up 4 pounds or 5 pounds in a day, you freak out.
Right.
I mean, you can't. Like your body just.
It's about body composition. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
where you feel good. And that's one of the things that I've noticed is like not counting calories, not counting, like how many carbs am I taking in? There's less options, but there's so much more that you don't have to worry about. You just eat, and you just eat, and you feel hungry, you eat again.
It's simple. I mean, it's very simple. Whereas like you were even talking to me, and I've seen it a lot, with keto. For like a normal full keto, up to 50 carbs or so a day. I seen, a lot of people can, stick to something and not lean off and then start getting back into carbs because you're still having a little chunk of carbs and they're addicting. So if you can't handle that or control it, then you're going to creep back.
Right.
But the carnivore, or well, now for me, it's like ketovore because sometimes I add like a little bit of lettuce or something.
Yeah.
Or like black olives.
Yeah.
But for the first like over 2 months, I did straight carnivore.
Yeah.
And then, but still, I'm really like pretty much am. But
right.
On my channel, I don't say that because if I have an olive, then technically it's not just meat. But yeah, I can't believe it's already been that long since I started it because I know 100% if this was a different diet where I had to keep count of everything and track, I would have already been exhausted from doing it. Like I would
exhausted. That's a good mental exhaustion.
I would think about it too much.
Right.
Whereas this, I'm just living and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry.
Right.
But I don't have like, oh man, like I got to find that right now and eat it,
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, I'm going to throw a question up here from Alpine. He was asking, where is your ultimate camping spot?
Okay.
Where would it be?
Ultimate camping spot. I really, first of all, I really want to go to Canada. Like I want to camp up mainly like Saskatchewan, however you would say it. Because I have a friend up there that sends pictures all the time and it looks like what I really like. But I really want to go to Montana.
Ooh.
And I want a gold pan up there. And the reason I really want to go to Montana is my friend that passed last year, Stein North on YouTube. We had it planned for like a year. And every other week or so, we'd talk on StreamYard private for probably 30 minutes to sometimes like 4 hours. And we'd plan out what we were going to do. But he sadly passed last year. But I want to go to all the spots he was telling me about. Ooh. And the main one, I have stuff wrote down, but there's like a little river that he wanted me to try gold panning in. So that would be the spot.
In Montana. Yeah. Maybe I'll head west with you. We'll go do that. I'd love to gold pan again. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Head west, young man. Right?
That'd be a good video.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, let's see. We've got some more questions here. This Robert Bell, he's asking, Nicholas, where are you located? Bad flooding here. They had to rescue someone in a flooded cart today in Jefferson, North Carolina. Wow.
Yeah, we're so I'm in Northwest Pennsylvania, and we do have low spots that get flooded. It's just certain farm roads that get washed out. But I'm actually like on top of a valley. or however you'd say that. I'm on, the side of a valley on the top. So it would take a lot of water to flood it here. But yeah, it's not terrible with floods here.
Good. There's Miss 2.0. Hey, she's getting ready to go camping. When I hit 15K, she'll be camping. Let's see.
Start packing the gear up.
I know, yeah. I keep telling her every day. I said, hey, we're, like the other day it was 500, and then just the other day it was 400, and now it's under 360. So I was telling her today, I said, oh, you're hammock camping, so we're going to be doing that. Who did you say is a big supporter of your channel? Camp My. Yeah. Okay, there she is. Yeah, it seems like it.
And she has videos too. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, that is how humans are supposed to eat. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, how about Glacier Park? Alpine says, question mark.
Nice.
Yeah, it does.
I've seen like drone videos people have done, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to Yellowstone. I know that's like, oh, camping, oh, Yellowstone, but like, I really want to go to Yellowstone at some point, but I don't want to get eaten or thrown by a bison.
Right.
Are they bison or buffalo?
I think bison.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's
no,
buffalo. It might be both. Yeah, might be both. I don't know the difference. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to I like northern places. Like I like it where it's colder and you got a lot of pines. I'm not really into the heat. I did enjoy Texas. Like down in Texas was cool because I went to the oldest dance hall and watched the concert. I don't think anywhere can compete with the nightlife of Texas.
Really?
Like, the nightlife, yeah, because it's too hot in the daytime.
Oh, true, yeah.
But it was cool at nighttime. Both, temperature and like the areas.
Yeah.
But I like northern places. I like the animals up north. I like the trees. I like the moss, things like that.
Yeah. And there's not many trees out towards Texas and Arizona and stuff, like lower part of Arizona and stuff.
I could boil some eggs in Old Faithful.
Right? Yeah. So sticking with carnivore and, just with me, I'm going to be sharing June 13th. I'll have the results of my blood work. So this is day 37 for me. Mm-hmm. And I want to tell everyone that's watching, my results have been amazing. Very fast, amazing. And I'll go into more detail with the blood work because, as y'all know, I am type 2 diabetic, or maybe you don't know, but struggle with diabetes for many, many years, and stomach issues. I had the runs for 5 years straight, and doctors were trying everything and testing me for everything. And I do have to say, just give you an update. After I got through that first week, it was almost like I had done a colonoscopy cleanse. It just turned clear after several days, and then immediately it stopped. And that's when my energy came, because I had about 3 days where I was like, oh my goodness, I'm tired. I was falling asleep in the middle of the day, and I'm not like that. And I think that's called the carnivore flu, or
yeah, I'd call it a flu for sure, because that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But I noticed with me at the bathroom now, like I don't go as much. Beforehand it was like if I went somewhere, I'd have to be like, oh, okay,
where is
a bathroom there? If I have to go bathroom, there's a bathroom there. But now I don't even think about it.
No, and for me, the stress, because even driving across America, I'm like, all right, we're going to so-and-so national park. Well, I hope they got a bathroom. I'd hit a bathroom on the way in, one while I'm there, one while I'm still there, then one when I get out, because it was just constant. And I was dealing with all that, like my stomach would blow up and then go back down every week. And from video to video, 1 week to the next week, you can see my stomach go, it's out, and then it's down. It's not was never down like it is now, but it was just even going, say, like that rendezvous last year. I was a little worried, going to a rendezvous.
Yeah.
And just some of the stuff down there in Florida, and then also Hancon up North Carolina, going there. I mean, it was getting to be to the point where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this anymore. And doctors weren't figuring it out. They just said, take Imodium every day. Well, I don't want to take Imodium every day. And once I went through that first week, gone. Just my stomach. And Lisa can tell you, because she knows, just what a struggle it was, or any of my family members, just what it was. And I didn't share any of that with you guys on YouTube. It's like, hey, here I am, out for a camping video. But I think that's why the one sticker that was sent to me, it says, I love pooping in the woods, or something like that. Yeah, not always, but yeah. Let's see, but that's fixed on me. It's like I got all new plumbing. Amazing. And just the stress of whatever health issue you're going through, not to have that anymore is just a plus plus.
Yeah. I know one thing is, I've lost quite a bit fast, and
Yeah.
I did research beforehand because I realized I was, losing a lot. And I was like, loose skin, is it going to be like bad, like a lot? But, since December 5th, I've lost, what is it now? Like almost 70 pounds, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it is. And there's only just a little bit. And it's mainly where I had stretch marks,
Okay. Yeah.
because they're saying stretch marks, that's permanent, like a damage. So,
Right.
but for the most part, not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Freddie, you hiding people by mistake? Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's see. Hey, Freddie. Hey, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. Do we have any more questions in there for Nick? You have any upcoming, plans for? Well, your garden. You do your garden every year. You do a garden.
So
you
this
did
year,
just plant it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The potatoes and onions I got to plant still.
Okay.
Which onions is kind of getting a little late for them, but there's still time. But I have everything else planted, and this year I have like 30 tomatoes and 30 peppers.
Really?
Yeah. And they're all out there now. I did a whole tarp system, but I filmed that. I'm
Okay.
not done with the video yet. I'm going to film like an update in a week and then make that the first garden video, like
Okay.
seeds and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I like putting them on, just my core audience. They love my garden updates because it's like it's part of their garden, or
Right.
some can't have a garden, so they like
True.
watching the gardening. So,
And
but this year,
some don't know how.
yeah, that's why I haven't really. Every year I tell myself, okay, you're gonna do a start to finish, show you planting the seed for this exact vegetable, show it, updates of it growing from the start, transplanting to a bigger pot, and then in the ground, and then all the way to fall when they die off. I want to do a lot of those, but I still I know I'm okay and I'm good at growing stuff, but I'm still like just a couple more years and I'll be, decent enough that I'm like, I don't worry about it.
Right.
I know I'm good at growing it. So,
right. Well, especially if it grows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there, anything that you wanted to add? Like, what was your experience this year? Was this year different than other years you've attended Freezer Bound's Creator Rendezvous?
So I will say this year was most people for sure. And that's the other thing is it's all outdoor channels too that have been there, and it's like it's just cool, because you have YouTube, but then you have all the other different little communities. Because like on YouTube, I'm in a coin community. They're their own thing.
Yeah.
Like coin channels. You know, then you have, I know hammockers do a lot of their own meetups, things like that.
Yeah.
But then you have outdoors, which is like all these different ones. You know, you got the homesteading stuff, you got the fishing channels, kayaking channels.
True.
I mean, just it's all over the place. But this year was definitely the most people. But it was cool because last year, I just remember. Now, I didn't even go on the zip line this year. But last year, one of the kids was like, "Do you want to go on the zip line?" I was like, "Oh no, I can't." I just remember being like a lot bigger then.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told him, I said, next year I'll weigh less enough that I can. But I never did. But that was stuck in my head for a while. And then also last year for me personally sucked really bad.
Right. Right.
I was really, you know, I'm sure to most people I looked great, but I was like bad. I mean, Tony knows.
Yeah.
I was terrible. So like for a bit there, I was in my truck just sitting for like an hour, just like trying to calm down. And then, yeah, it ruined the whole thing for me. But it was still nice seeing people.
Right.
So this year I was like, all right, I'm going to relax. Nothing's going to go wrong. Nothing. I'm going to be completely normal and I'm going to enjoy it. And I did.
Yeah.
So I was able to enjoy it fully. I had no problems mentally and it was great. So
yeah. And you and I were the only two that hammocked.
The only two. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for your rainfly, I don't know. I have my Temu rainfly up on the shelf here. These shelves go like way up. But
awesome.
I've got the Temu rainfly, which I could have brought that, but I just wasn't even thinking.
Yeah, no, I had that big one Tigress, and that thing was big. Yeah.
My one Tigress, I don't know if you ever seen the video I did a few years ago. They sent me one of their mini teepees, the hot tents.
Oh, yeah.
And I used that, but I have that right here. I packed it away today.
Oh, cool.
But this closet, I should have took a picture this morning of what it looked like. Yesterday.
Yesterday, before you took everything out.
So here I have, my safes on this side.
Okay.
And then right all the way to here were these just plastic totes. Those like storage totes.
Yeah.
But it was like the tower ones with the pull-out drawers. It was all collapsed, sunk in. I couldn't get in to get my stuff out. Then I had mice that I didn't know about that got in to the one part because I didn't touch the stuff for so long.
Yeah.
And it was in there. So I had to hand wipe everything, clean everything, throw stuff out. Today, it's not dark in here anymore, and I got my stuff organized. So whenever I go to camp now, I could be like, all right, here's my like personal, camping store. I could be like, okay, I'm grab this. So yeah.
Which is the exact thing that I do because, do different types of camping and stuff. So like sometimes if I'm going to be at a place where I can't cook openly, well, then I've got to take a different thing. I got to pack differently depending on the camp. Like how hidden do I have to be? So, well, I can't take certain things. Maybe I just boil water, but it's nice having, like you said, a store or where you can just go, okay, I need this, and then pack right from there. I actually thought about, someone mentioned to me about, Tony, you should do a video you pack in your bag, for the camp. Like say,
I've done it once years ago.
Yeah. And it's, I'm always showing unpacking. Like, oh, here's
I got something new though. It was a $100 ghillie suit, and I got it for $2 the other day.
Did you really?
And it's a large, but I tried it on. It fits perfectly. So
awesome!
I'm gonna be doing some ghillie suit stuff.
Oh, very cool. Alpine warrior like that. Yeah, you would.
It's cool though. I was standing in the middle of our driveway. Behind me is a red truck, so good background. You'd be able to see someone. And I just stood straight like this, and I just looked like a tree. So I'm gonna have to come up with some idea for that. because
Yeah.
I've never stealth camped, because one of my biggest problems, and I still have it, I've always had it, is like negative interactions with people. Like my anxiety goes through the roof. Like I space out. So that's the one thing why I haven't done a lot of stealth, but there's some that I
Well,
could do
you
that.
did Walmart parking lots, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For being a camping channel, I really haven't posted a lot of camping. I mean, I think
Right.
I've posted maybe 25 camping videos for like the entirety. And I just looked, I have like over 400 videos, and I took 50 of them down. So I had like 450.
Yeah.
And, only a little handful were camping. So.
Wow. Yeah, I was just going to say, Laura Michigan here said, it looks like you have a special guest, famous special guest. I cannot remember his name. So this is Nicholas Green Outdoors. Yeah.
So I liked Michigan. Michigan was nice.
I want to get to Michigan up there. I've never been.
I just kind of went through it because we're going to Wisconsin. We went across that big bridge. I already can't remember. It's that big bridge that's at the top of the lakes, but that was, Michigan's nice. The roads though, man, I remember the roads going through. We went through Flint.
Bumpy.
Yeah, I just remember going through Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
And the lane like tried to throw us into the crosswalk. It was crazy. But Michigan though, I really liked it. And Wisconsin was really nice. Like at the camp I was at, we were in Ashland, or just south of Ashland.
Yeah.
And there were elk herds going through the camp, and there were deer with them, like in that herd, and they had the collars on. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mackinac Bridge. Yep.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. Chris put it up there. So let me put that up.
I didn't get a lot of cheese though. I was up there with my friend Sty. That's when I went to Wisconsin. But I think I got cheese curds, which they were really salty because they put some seasoning on them. But then we had bacon cheese, I think, and that was pretty good.
Ooh, that would be good. Yeah, Darlene's familiar with Michigan, and that's where she's from. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah,
here we go, Chris.
like North Michigan, like up north. It was. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, Lower Michigan Adventures. They're on Facebook as well, but they post a lot of hikes and stuff like that up in that area. Hey, Drunken Chef Barbecue, how are you doing? Yeah. So, yeah, Nick and I were talking about what was it, Saturday night, how we slept all night when we hit the hammocks. It was lights out. I didn't move. I didn't get up at all. I missed the sunrise to film it. That's how good I slept.
I just got my hammock, and because that's the thing is, like, I missed being able to do that, because it was never like I had a fear of being alone or a fear of, it being dark. It's just I had a constant problem that I couldn't really be alone. And so to be able now to just relax and do what I did years ago, it's great. So I literally crawled in, zipped it up, and I was like, and then I woke up. And I was like, oh, everyone's at the campfire already. So I get up.
And I didn't film our breakfast because I was already long in filming. It was up to 50 minutes, and I'm like, I just can't include the breakfast. I didn't include the hamburgers that we ate, but the breakfast of but on your video, you show the breakfast, the cheesy scrambled eggs with bacon.
Yeah, those. Yeah, when I was editing it, I was like, oh man, I was like, I wish I had some more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And
do you hear the rain here or no?
No, your mic's pretty close, I guess.
Man. Yeah, it's we're in an Amish pole
maybe
barn.
A little bit.
Well, I could hear.
Oh, is that the rain?
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets loud here. Literally, it's just one piece of wood above me, 10. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm used to it. Like
Right.
years ago, I was like, like, man, like, it must be bad outside. But you go outside and it's just, just raining.
Yeah, and so the rib. Well, if nobody knows, both Nick and I are doing the carnivore diet. I don't really want to call it a diet because I don't. This is the first time in my life I've ever felt like I'm not
Lifestyle.
dieting. I'm just eating. Yeah, lifestyle.
Yeah.
And well, we ate good, didn't we? Yeah, with those
Yeah.
ribeyes.
That's the thing is, I don't think about it much. There's times I definitely do, but like,
Yeah.
if no one brings it up to me, like, with mom, like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Because,
Right.
I know you can't have this. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I won't eat. Like the other day, I didn't eat for like 28 hours, and
You know,
I was fine.
A lot of people on this, they'll do a once a week fast, maybe for 24 or 48 hours, maybe once a month fast, which I guess is good. But you really don't feel like, at some point you don't feel like you're hungry at all.
Yeah, there's only been a few times during the whole diet where I almost passed out, and it was only my fault. Like, it was fully my fault, because the problem with me is I won't drink water unless I'm eating most of the time. I had to change that because
Right.
just something I've always done. If I eat something, like if I bit something, I'd immediately drink some water with it. Like, it's gross, but like as I'm still eating, I'd have water. And I started getting real dehydrated because I wasn't drinking enough. So that was one thing I had to change. I just, like, hey, you got to drink that. Like, even though you're not eating right now, you got to grab the bottle of water and drink it because you're going to get dehydrated. And then just a couple times I almost passed out because I didn't eat and I forgot to. Like, I wasn't like fasting. I just forgot. Like, I wasn't hungry, so I forgot. And I ate right after, and a couple hours later I was fine. So it's crazy because beforehand, if I didn't eat that long, and keep in mind I still have had full energy whenever I forget to eat, or I just like, oh, I'll eat a little bit later.
Right.
Beforehand that would have never happened.
Right.
Never. Like,
no, it's and it's almost like it. I don't know all the technical terms, but it's like your gut, because all the carbs and being fed with all the carbs and the enzymes and stuff, it's like it, even though you're like, you could do without it, they're screaming for it, and it's sent to your brain like, I gotta eat that. So you're going, why did I just eat that?
It's like an actual, like, you'd feel a draw, like a magnet.
Yeah.
Like, you're a magnet, it's a magnet, and it's just like pulling you at it. And it was so I wouldn't crash. Like, like I said, I was in a constant crash. Another thing is, I've always been very active, even being super heavy. I don't know how, I really don't, but like, I've always been really active, or before I went weird for a while, but I've always biked and all that. But what's nice is, as I'm losing, I gain more power.
Right.
Like I was saying, well, that was last night we were on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last night. It's like if you had, like a big truck with a big engine, but a big heavy truck. Well, then you take the bed off. You take the cab out of it, like,
take the doors off.
It gets just stronger and stronger. And I've been noticing that. Like, problem with me is I was so big so long that until I look in a mirror, I don't realize how much I have changed.
Right.
Because I still feel that I am what I was.
Right.
And I'm still big, don't get me wrong. But I see what I was. And until I look in the mirror, I can't tell. Because it's so set in my mind at what I look like.
Yeah.
And I haven't noticed.
Right. Well, what about your, I remember on your update video, you were saying about your collarbones.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably won't be able to see it because this lighting.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just few things that I never even thought of. I was
Right.
like, one day I went like this. I think I was laying on my bed and I went like this. I was like, well, that's hard. I was like,
What is that?
I was like, I was doing this. I was like, oh, it was like my collarbone.
I have a collarbone.
Yeah, I was like, what? So it's just like little things I've noticed. But like
Yeah.
I said, I still have this image of myself. And
Right.
I've never cared what anyone really thought. Like I always got bullied and everything, but I never cared. Like I really, like I'm just like that. But, you know, I'm making the change for myself. Even if I didn't have my channel and I wasn't updating and people weren't doing it with me, I still would
Right.
be doing it. Like I seriously, like it's the easiest. It does take some strength to do it. You know, I mean, you can't give up easy. You got to really put your mind into it at first for like a startup. It's like you got to start the engine, and then once you're in a decent chunk, it's not as hard because you don't have those cravings. So,
Right. You know what?
oh, what's up, Blake?
I just told someone the other day that for me, when I got started, I knew I had to at least prep for 5 days, and just to take away any chance that I would have to cook and wait to make stuff. So when I started it, I got everything and made it for the first, I'd say first 5 days. And I think if I didn't do that, I would have struggled a little bit more, but I knew what I was eating for 5 days.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much, I ground up a whole bunch of, did a whole bunch of hamburger meat, put it in a bag. And then like I'd take a handful out in the morning, throw it in a pan with a little butter, crack 3 eggs in there. And that was my breakfast. And after about 3 days of that, just for breakfast, I was only able to eat half of it. And I'd store the other half for maybe a snack later. But then I was having a ribeye, a chuck roast, and a couple of hamburgers, and bacon for my first 5 days. I made all that stuff ahead of time.
So when I first started, this rain's crazy, by the way. Just listen to this.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But when I first started, I messed up. This isn't loud, right? I didn't turn it the wrong way.
No, you're good.
When I first started, we didn't have meat. And it went for about a week and a half where I wasn't eating much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still don't eat over like 1,000 calories in a day, which I know that's under eating. But like they're saying, meat is expensive. Like, it is expensive. But it's not like I'm craving it or I'm like not full, because I feel full all the time.
Right.
But at first I messed up. I didn't eat enough. I really didn't. And it was right at the start. So it made it really hard on myself. Mm-hmm. That's just because we didn't have the meat at the time.
Right.
So, that's one thing I'd say is you want a decent amount.
Yeah, I know Lisa and I were talking about it. And for us, by backing off of all of the other stuff and now, not in going with just the meat. It's funny, we walked into the store the other day and we went from the front to the back, and we went down, had to go across a couple aisles and then down. It's like everything we just walked by, we only got to go to one place at the grocery store, but everything we walked by, we don't eat anymore.
Yeah.
And as far as budget wise, what I found is we're not spending it on the other stuff that costs money. So we have more, not that our budget, there's more freed up in our budget for other stuff, for the meat. So even though it is expensive, depending on the cut of meat you do, but I'm getting chuck roast and I cut them up into cubes and do them, and they taste like a poor man's ribeye. Oh my goodness, are they good? So I throw some of those in with my eggs too now.
So I know one thing is, I'll get to that the comments just a second, because I know there's a few building up.
Yeah.
I'll go to Walmart and I'll look for those yellow clearance tags, and because getting from a butcher, it's definitely more. It's definitely better quality for sure. But for the most part, for me, I have to get like clearance Walmart. So I'll get the clearance Walmart chicken drummers, I'll get the chicken breast that's on sale, and I'll get pork chops, because most of anything else now, I just I don't know. I get weird. I will eat I will eat beef. I will, but
Oh
I'm
yeah,
weird
you
now.
ate that ribeye.
Yeah. Well, that was
That
a
was-
different kind of beef.
that was a good one.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'll just get cheap meat like that,
Right.
and then I'll air fry it. For the chicken and pork, it's
Oh.
20 minutes. I throw chicken legs in, or I'll throw pork chops. 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and they're done. And I just eat that.
Yeah.
Clothes, yes. So I would turn this around, but I have the mic here. My bed is over there. There's a pile of clothes this high, which it's all of my flannels. And I know Jack's Graham's watching. It's none of the Eddie Bauer ones you sent me. Those are the ones I saved. But all of my flannels, shirts, most shirts, I am getting rid of them because I was 3X. Now, even though I'm bigger, I'm actually pretty wide. Like, I'm kind of shrunk in right now, but my dad's wide too. Like,
Mhm.
just really broad and wide, and like a big torso. Shorter legs, but big torso. So 3X always fit me well because I had such a huge like belly bump towards the bottom, you know, and that helped. But then it was long enough that when I lifted my arms, it didn't pull the shirt up. So 3X was my size for years now.
Yeah.
So it went to a 2X. So now I got a 2X Carhartt on, and you know,
Hey, Stitch. Oh, there we go.
but I got 2X. This is a 2X Carhartt, but it's literally like, it's huge. But I know Carhartt is sized up, but yeah, I've definitely changed clothing sizes. So
Yeah. Stitch is one of my admins on the channel, so he has the ability to change things. And so I think we just started that last week, so we're trying to figure it out. But let's see. Oh, here we go. Does food get boring?
yeah, but it was only with certain things with me. Like the beef, that's what happened to me with beef. But pork and chicken has not changed. I can't eat chicken thighs. I can't do it. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's like the dark meat part. I can't do it anymore. But I just eat chicken and pork, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cancel me, Tony. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think I did it. How's that good? I think I did it. Oh, I took him off stage. Now I'm figuring this out. Yeah. So
Yeah,
let's see.
StreamYard's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. All right.
And I do want to say that the tubed beef, I can't eat it like 100%.
Oh yeah.
It has such a bad taste to me now that I cannot eat it. Like I will puke. So I don't know. I did change on certain things.
As far as boring, I don't get bored at all with what I eat. But here again, I don't eat chicken breast really. If I were going to eat chicken, I would eat. For me, I always like the thighs, chicken thighs, because I like the darker meat because it's juicier to me. You know. But mainly, I'm beef, eggs, fish, bacon. Yum. Because I do the bacon on the cookie sheet. Well, you had some of it, Nick.
Yeah.
That cookie sheet bacon that I do.
Well, the biggest problem with me, and it's still a problem, is because I don't really get steaks or anything with fat. I don't eat a lot of fat. Like I barely get any. Barely.
Yeah. And that's where the energy is.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people will add the butter to help boost the fat while you're eating.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the diet, as far as me, it's not like I'm telling everyone, hey, I'm a carnivore. Like, it's not like I'm like making it like a huge thing. I just literally, I'm like, oh, if I just drink water, eat meat, and I have cheese or whatever, you know, mainly just cheese, meat, and water.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I don't think past that. I'm not having a hard time with it. So I'm kind of like, oh, that's what I do now.
Right.
No, I don't think about it much.
Yeah. And I had that Cooper Sharp cheese. I love Cooper Sharp cheese. And that's what we had on the burgers was the Cooper Sharp. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
secret
good.
squirrel. Because I always go squirrel because I'm talking about something. Then all of a sudden I'll do squirrel. But let's see. So this is Jack's grandma, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I say Jack's grandma. I know it's
Right.
but
No, that's
what I've
good.
always. But
Oh yeah, yeah. There are a lot of recipes.
air fryer is just a saint.
Yeah.
An air fryer. If you guys don't have an air fryer, I'm assuming most of you do. Like, just get an air fryer. I literally boiled eggs in an air fryer. I didn't know you could.
I didn't know you could either.
Boiled,
Yeah.
fry boiled or whatever, air boiled.
Oh, like a hard-boiled egg.
Literally stuck the eggs in the air fryer, and because the eggshells breathe, they don't explode. You do it for
Yeah.
a certain time, and it cooks the eggs on the inside.
What? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Oh,
Yeah. The
that's
only
easy
thing is,
to
I
do.
noticed it makes that very outer skin on the egg. It makes it tough. But other than that,
Oh.
if you get through that, it's completely fine.
Oh wow.
But I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. I'm working both sides. So Stitch is one of the moderators, but he also, him and I are trying to work to where I can just talk and he can throw some comments up on there or questions up on the thing. So you're part of our our getting used to things here. So as far as any plans for any future video that you're excited about getting out?
Well, I'm excited for the herb video.
Yeah,
Just because
I can tell you were excited with that.
Just-
Oh, and by the way, Lisa really liked that peppermint lip balm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got the arthritis balm for my grandma. I didn't give it to her yet, but
Okay.
I used the pine sap salve, and I'd rub it like on my wrist, just as
Yeah.
for like the scent. But I went golfing, and it was my first time, and I overdid it. I was swinging with one arm, like power swing,
Yeah.
and this literally like 2 weeks ago was completely ripped off. It was just like dark red
Yeah.
skin. And you can't even tell now. I kept rubbing
No.
that salve on, and it healed like really fast.
Wow.
Like,
And do they make the salves there at that herb farm?
yeah, they make all of it there.
Okay. So yeah. So if you guys go over to his channel, and he was telling me about the herb farm and talking to the guy, very educational. They're big on education over there too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really big.
Yeah.
They have school buses, field trips.
Yeah.
And they'll teach, reusing bottles. They use bottles there as insulation or as like a heat shield.
Yeah.
Then their gardens, the way they do them, they'll do mounds with logs under them and garden on the logs. They show how they grow mushrooms, how they do mosaic tiles.
Ah.
They have scavenger hunt in the woods. There's like a trail, but yeah.
Yeah, Nick, I don't think you ever posted a video on our Facebook Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook family page.
No.
When you think about it, start posting some of your videos on there. I know everybody would like to watch.
I have a Facebook group and I haven't shared to it. I don't know. I just I was out of the loop for so long that I'm just now and even if I tried, I don't think I could share to all the channels I'm friends with.
Right.
the community, like even when I was bad, I was still talking to all these different communities, and now it's like literally over 500 channels that I'm friends with, like have talked, you know, and like, so it's just crazy. But I gotta catch up.
Yeah. Well, well, I'll tell you what, you turned that video around from our rendezvous very quick. Very quick. And I think that's because with what you're doing in this diet, like you're just more energy and more focused, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I definitely more focused.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to do for a while is I make music, but it's you know, it's just like a hobby.
Yeah.
But I finally got my setup done, and I've been working on that, doing that. Even though it's like just fun stuff I did with my friends, like the past couple days I made like 12 songs, just like fun things that I you know, but I'm just getting, I've always been creative, but I felt like locked down for a while I still was just as creative, but I couldn't do stuff. So it's like now it's like yeah.
And well, one thing like you were sharing with me last night is, you know, how long did you want to get organized with just where you're sitting, that your closet, you know, and you just tackled that project. Just
yeah, it was quick. I mean, it's all done. I just have some more things to clean. Like I said, that mouse was in there. I have all my like cookingware now. I got to just get my cookingware cleaned, and then a few other things. But for the most part, all my flashlights, all my knives, all my fire starting gear, all my hammocks, which I just found out I have like 4 or 5 now, which I didn't even know.
Right.
And then my battery packs and stuff. So yeah, just little things that I never did. And I look and think, oh, you were lazy, but it was just, I was literally like immobilized most of the time. Yeah. Mentally.
Yeah, just overwhelmed. Well, just battling all those thoughts, you know, the depression and all that stuff. Yeah, crippling. And a lot of people go through that, you know, we don't realize how many people do struggle with anxiety and all that kind of stuff.
But, you know, I know some people, you know, they'll talk about it, and, you know, people talk to them about it. But like for me, I'm just one of those people where you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. And I didn't mean to be like that.
Right.
But, you know, it just gets so hard. It's like, you know, and I'd always, you know, be happy with my friends and stuff, but like immediately right after, just, you know.
Right. The mom in me says, eat some vegetables. Yeah.
Oh, trust me. That's my mom, my sister, my dad, literally everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people just don't understand, you know, aren't familiar enough with it. But I would say go on to Homestead How, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Eric Berg is a really good one that really explains a lot about the carnivore and also about vegetables and, you know, all of that stuff, and how just I'll let that up to them. They're doctors, more educated, and they've been doing it for some 10, 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm like real simple with stuff. It's like if there's something I like, or you know, something that works, I just like, oh, okay. And like I did that initial research, but after that I just stopped. Like I was like, oh, I was like, this is okay. And I just like, that's how I am. I just, you know, at first though, when I was watching all that, you know, it helped me understand, you know, and I think for the most part, it was just the simplicity is what got me.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I really, this is the easiest thing I ever did. And, Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm going to be sharing more about my type 2 diabetes and just I've my numbers have never been better. And I can't wait to share it with my doctor when he does my blood test and says, "Man, you're doing great."
That's like mine. The last time my doctor seen me was when I was on 2 medications, and it was both for mental.
Right.
And then I was a lot heavier. I was like, at the time, I would have been like 85, 90 pounds heavier. So I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I like Golden Kraken. It says it's easy to stay grounded when you're sleeping on the ground, right? Let's see.
thanks, Freddie.
7 degrees stitch. Yeah. So, one of the things I was saying, like, as far as like your journey and my journey, on it, like if someone were to ask me, what do you think about me doing it? My personal thing is like, because they're like, oh, I'll give you an example. I was at the grocery store and a guy that I know, haven't seen since prior to my stroke. I've seen him a couple times, but he just spent his time in the hospital. And I said, yeah, he said, man, you look good. I said, yeah, I've been doing the carnivore, eating carnivore. He's like, my brother's does that. He's been doing it for like 10 years. He's like the best shape he's ever been in all of his life. And, loves it, doesn't have any health issues, overcomes so many health issues by eating this way. And he just got telling me about himself that he was in the hospital and he's, even when we worked together, he would pass out, but he's been doing a lot of things. And he says, yeah, I've been thinking about it. And I said, well, your brother's been doing it, He says, yeah, he's been telling me about it, but I just love pasta. I love, things like that. And I said, but it'll go away. The craving for it, you got to get out of that cycle of that craving. And he says, I just don't know. I just love it so much. And I said, do you have any kids? And he says, yeah, I just have, I do. And I have one on the way. I said, that's the reason, that's the reason to do it, so you can grow up with your kids and run around and do things. I know Homestead Hal, his wife just started it. He's done it for 3 years, and he had a heart issues since birth. They're all gone after doing this for 3 years. And not my word saying it, that's coming out of his mouth. I'm just repeating what he said. But his wife, she's day 67. She wished, she gives updates and stuff, but she wished she would have started it years ago. Because there was too often times that her kids wanted to do something, but she was just too heavy, didn't have the energy to go do things. But now she's kayaking with her kids and in just 67 days doing so much stuff. Yeah, you guys got to check out Homestead Hal and just watch them. He's doing a documentary called Healing Humanity that they're working on, and I would recommend going over there. If you're curious, go over there and watch this channel and see. So I'm looking down here through Hammock Mountain says for the families that serve members who have lost their lives fighting for us to have the freedom that we do have, and we do. And what do you think of the flag, Nick?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was setting it up last night. I got red, white, and blue as with the theme. But I've got blue lights, the ones that were green around the tailgate tarp out there when we were camping. I've got them all bundled up and behind the stars, they're blue. And then I got white lights behind the flag. But yeah, I wanted to do that in honor of all those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we could enjoy the freedoms that we have. And and we have a lot of freedoms, a lot of freedoms. And sometimes almost, we don't, uh, we just take them for granted, Yeah.
This my grandpa served in Vietnam as well,
Mm,
and
okay.
he made it home, but the things he had to see,
Mm,
he was the only one that made it out of his squad.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, is
He
that?
he received 2 Purple Hearts, and yeah, but I lost him. It's been 2 years now, but we just did his flowers and everything, and they have all the flags up. But
You were just up at the cemetery the other day, right? Sitting up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, honoring him. Yeah. My dad served in Vietnam as well. He passed away about 10 years ago, and yeah, mental health isn't something to joke about for me. Getting out in nature, camping, and outdoors is my mental break. And helps keep me more grounded. Absolutely, Red Fox Outdoors. Yeah. Let's see, John Schofield. Hello from Rancho. I'm just going to scroll down here a little bit, Nick. So yeah, there we go, Freddie. There we go. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out Nick's channel. Absolutely.
thanks, Freddie.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions? Is there anything you wanted to say, Nick, that's on your mind?
I don't know. I'm just kind of a talker. Like, if I'm talking to someone about something, I just like sidearm off of it, and then I just go like,
Yeah.
So I can never really come up with things I want to say.
Yeah. Ooh. Debbie Cup says, I cooked a ribeye for my family and was thinking of Tony. Yeah. I'll tell you what, this 2.0 enjoys the ribeyes I've been cooking. I've been cooking them, and yeah, very good. So I picked this up at the butcher shop the other day. It's ghost pepper beef stick.
No.
I don't know. I was gonna take a bite of it tonight.
It's been 2 years now. Obviously I couldn't eat them now, but I ate a bag of the Pocky ghost pepper chips on live stream, and I was crying.
Really?
Full on crying, and my face was numb.
Yeah.
Because every single one I had, there was probably 30 chips in the bag. Every single one I had,
yeah,
it just made it worse.
Really?
It just got worse.
I've never had one of those chips. I don't know if I want to, but I don't. So ghost pepper.
It's boot jokelia or something is the name of it. Ghost pepper, I think.
Oh, okay.
I've grown them. I've grown ghost peppers, but I never ate them. I dried them. I never ate them, and I have Carolina Reapers too that I grew.
Oh,
but
that's what that jerky was that they had out there.
Yeah,
to think.
It's over a million. I think it's like 1.something million. It's crazy.
This actually smells hot. So
the problem is the oil. The oil is what's hot when they make the oil with the tinctures.
Yeah. All right. So I am going to take a bite of this because I don't have any bacon. It's all downstairs. So this is the ghost pepper, and I just looked at it. It's got it's one serving. You're drinking water, and I'm getting ready to eat it. I was just looking over here. Where's my water? Oh, maybe I'll do.
Normally, you would have had to have reached for milk, but that's something I want to say real quick. I drink a lot of milk, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot, and that's I do miss milk.
Maybe we'll heat it up a little bit. So you guys saw this when we were cooking them steaks out there. That's going to bring out all the juices. That's going to bring out all the juices. But I wanted to show this tonight too. I usually grab a prop from one of my camping videos. But I'm just gonna. Ooh, I charred it. You can see it's charred a little bit on the. So you might have to come up with something to talk about after I bite this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got a little bit of kick to it.
Man.
Little bit of kick.
Scotch bonnet. I know some brands they'll add ghost pepper like a little bit, and they'll say, "Oh, ghost pepper." You know, it's hot.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
some
it's hot.
they actually really like. They're like, "Yeah, we're putting it in there."
Yeah, it's hot. More to it.
Scotch bonnets are really hot. Hammock said he's eating Scotch bonnet habanero.
Yeah.
They're really hot. I think they're more than they might be more than ghost pepper. I think they're orange or something like that.
So I did the 1 bite challenge. I think I'm going to mix that with some eggs. I'm not going to do any more.
Is it pretty
It's hot.
spicy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I think hitting it with the flame brought the oils out a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
And the more you chew it, the hotter it gets. Actually.
That's why when I have something spicy now, because I'll add hot sauce to things now.
Yeah.
If I drink water right after, it makes it worse because it's like it spreads it all over your taste buds and then it holds it there.
Yeah, my lips are tingling too. They're numb. Oh, that's good. All of that in a big bag of chips, right? Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down. Oh, I do have Shade Tree America when I was out there. Gave me a shirt. Here. So this is Forest County. How do you say that?
Nesta.
So is that a state park?
I think it might be. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice looking shirt.
It's not that far from here, I don't think, from where I'm at. Not too far.
Thank you, Shade Tree. I told him I would not wear it until I showed it on our live.
That's the other thing is from last year's rendezvous, I was given 2 shirts, and both of them were way too small. Like, I couldn't even get them on. The one I couldn't get on, the one I could, but it was like if you put a pin in it, it was gonna blow up. So I took them this year, and they fit me fine. Like they were kind of baggy.
Boxy Outdoors. That's what you were when I was introducing you. You were pointing to the shirt.
Yeah, Boxy shirt. It had some bag to it, and then the freezer bound shirt fit well. So I was like, "That's cool."
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. Scotch bonnet's 100. Oh, I thought it was more than that. I didn't know that.
Oh, Scovilles or something?
I heard they taste good, though, the Scotch bonnet. For people that like spice, I guess they taste good. But
I'm eating honey with Scotch bonnet and habanero. What? That's Scotch interesting. Bonnets,
they look cool. They're like a cool one.
So a lot of times when I start saying something, I go, squirrel. Because I think of something. So Darlene's saying, Nick, you have some squirrel moments too? Like we're talking about something, that an idea pops in your head and you all of a sudden squirrel.
Here's a little tiny spider. Look at him. Can you see him?
Oh yeah, I can see it against your shirt there.
He's giving me all of his web. I'm lifting him up. He's getting lower.
Like a yo-yo.
I'm putting him back in the closet.
So thanks to Emma Brown, she had sent this last week.
I have signs. It says caution squirrel, and it's like a yellow sign like that. I have a bunch of them.
Yeah?
I've had them since I was like 6.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Tyness is a town. I know there's like park something there though.
Yeah, my because I stopped my comments, they're not rolling. Let's see. Hey Tony, what's this? Hey, Drew is saying, "Hey Tony, your background lights look awesome. You got to give us studio tour sometime." Yeah. So this is where all my camping stuff is set up on the shelves right there. That's another studio light back there. So when I'm doing reviews, there you go, Nick.
You see
So
how
we
small
got
this is?
yeah. So that's a studio light up there on a remote. So when I do reviews, I do them like in the center here, but that's the flag, and then that's the wall. These are 2 birch trees that I did. This one here, that's a birch, and that's got white lights on it. It's obviously dead now. It was dead when I got it. It was already a fallen tree. And then this one over here was another fallen tree. I just hung the camo up here, so that's wallpaper. That is straight wallpaper here from Amazon. You just put it up and stick it. That's a wooden flag. And then if I spin you around a little bit more, so this is my door, and that's my computer. Now this closet back there, that's got some stuff in it. Ooh, look at it. But that's got just empty boxes, stuff like that I store in there. Oh, that's looking good, Nick.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
here's got the shelves.
Yeah, you guys did a good job with that from what you were saying yesterday.
There's all my nature books. Those are all like survival books and herbs and rocks and God, all kinds.
Yeah. Yeah, Dixie Cup, that was burning. Yeah. Yeah, that was burning.
Oh, and here's my I'm not sure if I ever showed Jack's Ground, but I got this from the Alamo.
Oh, nice.
It's like handmade pottery in Texas. So that's why. I think what I'm going to do now is if I do my lives out of my closet like this, I don't even know why. But if I do them out of here, when I travel and stuff, I can get magnets and then have them on my safe here.
Oh, yeah,
I can have the magnets. I got a picture of me here.
Dennis, right here. I was getting to that. Oh, wow. That's an armadillo.
Yeah, I don't even know how old I was then, but
that ghost pepper's hitting me in the back of the throat still. Nick, nice wall in the background there. Freezer Bound saying.
Oh, the wall? Yeah. I hand tanned all those pelts except the Nutria.
Really?
Yeah, I did all of them. The mink as well. I didn't do the taxidermy one, but
So
I'd like to say this laptop is good on power. It just hit 50% power on the laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been unplugged for a while and it's on the max brightness.
Yeah, let's see. Where did I put that?
Oh, they got soaked. I have one in a bucket right now. I'm gonna make a frame for it and scrape the hide completely down. So that should be a good video because I wanted it to rot so the hair would slip out.
Oh,
but
yeah.
When I had it, it was in the winter, so now it should be good to get the fur off.
And then by doing that, you want it just to be a plain hide without hair, right?
Yeah. So you know, when you see those like Western movies where they have the frame set up,
yes,
that's so they can really work it and push into it and stretch it, pull the fibers, and then they could turn it into buck hide. But all right, see you, James.
See you, James. Oh, I was cleaning my spot up here before I got live because I went to a picnic and I was trying to get everything set up for my live, and I had something here, and I don't remember where I put it. Because Dennis was asking me if I got his mail, and I did. I got the envelope, and I thought I had it laying right here. But no, I didn't. But then I was getting everything set up, and I moved stuff.
It wasn't that
Dennis,
blue.
I can't find it. What's that?
It wasn't the blue envelope.
No. Let's see. No, this is my mail I got. Just mail. One's from Social Security that I got to take care of. And I had it here, but I was cleaning up, trying to make room for like this table.
I have
had to grab this.
I have jerky videos on my channel. Not sure. Do you have any beef jerky making videos?
Me? No.
Well, we had a roadkill deer before, and me and Dad butchered, and I think we made jerky out of that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm in an Amish community, so there's always deer hides everywhere. That's why the hides are just.
What did I do with it?
What is that emoji? I can barely see. Is it chipmunks? Squirrel? Oh.
Yeah, squirrels.
Squirrel.
Yeah, because I got a squirrel moment. Oh, you know what? I have it in my backpack. My little backpack where I have all my electronics in. Dennis, I'll have to do that next Sunday.
I don't know why that scared me so bad. A moth was in the I had a side eye towards it, and I thought it was like something weird, but it was just a moth.
Might have been a red squirrel.
Well,
here.
Shade Tree Chris. He gave me a squirrel hide before I left.
Oh, I remember that. He came over Sunday just to drop that off.
Yeah. It still has the skull with the brain. So if I was to brain tan it, it has its brain. So we'll see.
Did he have that in the freezer for you?
Yeah, I think it was, but by the time I got home, it was like
thawed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've skinned anything, so it shouldn't. I don't know. I like using those X-Acto, like for crafts and stuff. Those those work great for small pelts. Like when I first started, I would practice on chipmunks before I would skin anything bigger. So I did so many chipmunks, but I used those X-Actos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, and yeah, in the oven, making jerky in the oven, I guess.
I did it in the oven. Yeah. I don't have a smoker, but I was gonna do a video where I make a classic 4-post in the woods like smoker.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna use it to smoke hides, because you can do that with hides too. You can smoke them. So you just kind of wrap them around the top where the smoke will come out. And you could do them that way. Yeah, deer jerky is so good. See, the only problem, like a carnivore, with venison, which I really like venison, but the fat. I know most people mix fat in, but still, it's not a lot of fat.
Right. Yeah, that's where like I said tonight, my son-in-law shot a bear in the fall, so I had bear burgers for the first time. Amazing. It wasn't gamey or anything.
You have to do it right. I think the big thing with game is, the time that you do it from when you harvest, and how quick you just handle it, and you gotta keep it cool, and poor chipmunks. Yeah. So when I did the chipmunks, I still have the pelts. Actually, there's one on my wall there. It's like really small.
Yeah.
What that was I was younger. It was like when I first started my YouTube channel. There's videos of me doing it. I was for my neighbor. He wanted me to catch them. So that's when I did them.
You used to trap. I remember seeing trapping videos you were doing for like a farmer trapping. Was it muskrat?
Yeah. I'm probably my best skill is trapping. But
really? Yeah,
it would have to be mainly water. Just anything within waterways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. But it's something that I learned and I know, and I don't really do it as much now, like as I did, but it's just something I like knowing I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. How about them Bobcat nuggets? Yeah, that Bobcat sausage, that was the best.
So the Bobcat was good. It was chorizo seasoning. I guarantee that's what they used. But the antelope tasted like Cajun crawfish jambalaya. Literally,
Multiple people said that.
it
Yeah.
tastes like you got a spoon. Like I would have thought there was rice and stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like, but no. It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah. I told Lisa about, I hope it wasn't Yogi. I told Lisa how much I liked the Bobcat. Garlic and basil is what it was. It was, yeah, I could eat the whole pile.
See, with me, like, with Bobcat is, for trapping, that's a main, many meat-based baits are either Bobcat or beaver. And normally for canine, it would be Bobcat. So, I was just so used to seeing it in a jar and, like, pasty and, like, stringy, and there was fur in it and stuff you could see. I was like, oh. So that's why. But I did try it.
Yeah. So Red Fox Outdoors is asking, how did you two meet?
Well, it's
So
the last rendezvous.
yeah, the last rendezvous. Now I had found Nicholas Green's channel because I was doing gold panning in Pennsylvania early on in my channel. My channel is March 24th was 3 years, or 21st was 3 years since my channel. But in the early, I always wanted to do gold panning. So I didn't start out the channel doing gold panning, but I started adding that to it once I figured out how to do it. I ordered some stuff, and then
did you see I'm trying to think what video. Is it the one where I was looking for Pennsylvania rocks, arrowheads, and stuff, or was it like I was reviewing pay dirt?
Not reviewing pay dirt. You went out to there was a small stream in the woods.
Yeah. That's
you were walking up and down it.
That's hunting Pennsylvania Creek or something like that for rocks and arrowheads, or
yeah, that was
like
several years back that you did that video. Yeah. So when I saw that, then I subscribed to Nick's channel, and then last year at the rendezvous, that's where we met, and I knew he was coming to the rendezvous because Shade Tree had told me he was coming, so I was looking forward to meeting him, and that's where we met. And then we've spoken on the phone, especially after that meetup. We spoke on the phone, touch base a couple times. Sometimes we talked for, I know the one night we talked for almost 5 hours. Yeah.
I can talk forever, like
Right.
forever.
Yeah. Paul said, how come Skeeter wasn't at that with you two or meetup with you guys were last week? Skeeter, he's having a little bit of issues with his vehicle, but I don't believe I might have told Skeeter about it, but yeah, that's I know he'll probably, Lord willing, be able to go next year. Looking forward to getting him out there, Skeeter. Yeah. Ever since Tony ate that cat, now he's the cat's meow. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I met Nicholas last year. And then, like I said, we've talked multiple times. And then when he started doing the carnivore, I saw that. I had no thoughts of it. And just learning that other people had done it and just seeing some different testimonies. But I was dealing with a lot of health issues, stomach-wise, and also type 2 diabetes. And so I think I shared on the one video that my blood sugar was 71. I showed a picture of the meter, Now, last night, after I ate, I'll just give this quick tidbit. After I ate, like before I went to bed, I checked it again. Now, before carnivore, it'd be 300, 400, sometimes 500 or 600. Oh, that's high.
Yeah.
I have an A1C of 10 in my last visit. I take, I don't want to say I take, but once a week Ozempic for years now, a couple years, well, since the stroke. Once a week Ozempic, and I take Jardians every day. My blood sugars have never been controlled, even on with that stuff. Somewhat, but I could fast, from like say lunch one day, not eat dinner, sleep all night, get up the next morning and take my blood, and it would be 172 high. And I'm looking forward to, hopefully it's going to be down around 100. No, it just always high, always high. So since starting the carnivore, monitor, I take my blood sugar 3 times a day. I used to just take it once. But I was getting numbers like 71, 85. I'd eat, it's like 120. And so it's been 4 weeks 4.5 weeks since I've taken my shot. It's been 3.5 weeks since I took my daily diabetic pill. And my wife's a nurse, just putting that out there. But my blood sugars, even after eating, have not been higher than 143 after eating. Like I ate last night and it was 123. Woke up this morning, 113. Sometimes it's in the 90s. And that's without any medication. Now, I don't recommend people stopping their medication, things like that. Follow the advice of your doctor. But this is my journey. This is what I'm doing. And I get my blood taken next week. I'll get the results on the 13th. And I plan on sharing that on the live because I'm going to get what they were from the previous visit and then what they are now. Nice hat. Yeah, Stitch. This is one of the hats Stitch had. And he was going to take the pin off, and then he said, "No, I'll just leave the pin on." I don't know if y'all can see the pin. It's got the American flag. I could have done it this way too. Yeah, see the American flag. I'm taking care of it. Good care of it, Stitch.
There's my flag hat.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? It's gonna rain.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we're going to have like a picnic tomorrow.
Okay.
I know it's raining, but I had some fireworks that I was going to light for the family.
Yeah.
I'm a pyro maniac. Like, yeah. I wish they weren't so expensive. But
yeah.
I love fireworks. But
Yeah,
I didn't want to light any today.
Yeah, Alpine, that hat is actually downstairs near the front door. I have a Alpine Warrior sent me one of the umbrella hats, and last fall I did a car camp and in a thunder and lightning storm, and I had the umbrella hat on. Yeah, just looking out, it's green, yellow, blue, things like that. It straps around your head. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have it up here. Plus, I wouldn't put that on. I don't want to get struck by lightning by opening an umbrella in the house. Yeah.
They had town yard sales yesterday by me.
Yeah.
And me and my friend were going to them. We get there, start going around, go like 7 of them. And then the storm hits out of nowhere. And it was just a downpour. And lightning struck like a mile from us. But the streets, they went from dry to where I was parking in people's yards to go to sales to literally like 2 inches of water. Just, Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. But now it's downpouring again, but my garden's going to love it. So.
Right. Yeah. Stitch was just telling me that out in Colorado Springs, it got down to 34, I believe. And he had some plants out and didn't realize it was going to get that cool. And
it does that there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. We're supposed to get into the 50s in a couple days at night. It's supposed to be in the 50s, which is good hammock sleeping weather. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like another thing with the hammocks is probably a lot of the camping I'll be doing is gonna be a lot of hammocks now because the ticks are so bad.
Yeah.
Right, especially like right around here, it's like these, you have the woods with a lot of leaves on the forest floor. Then you have a lot of them around here where they logged them so light gets in and it made grass on the forest floor, and it's full of ticks. Like,
yeah,
I used to be like a phobic of them, but now I'm not near as bad. But I just, I'd rather be up.
Right. Do you treat anything with anything like permethrin?
Yeah. So behind me, I use that Sawyer's permethrin.
Okay. Yeah. Actually,
this stuff is absolutely my favorite. I know some people that mix it themselves, permethrin, but I'd rather not. It is strong if you don't mix it right. But permethrin's very good with those ticks. And they actually have it in I just heard Tractor Supply. They've got it too. I have one. It's a spray can too. So you could spray it on. But I think it lasts like 4 washes. Like if you spray it on
4 or 5, yeah. Yeah, all my camping pants are sprayed with it.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, I never used to treat anything until about 2 months ago. Well, right after Maha, I got out and I was looking for a spot and just to see what it was like because I'd been there before for mushrooms, did filming on mushrooms, just showing them. I was going gold panning and wasn't able to gold pan, so I just thought, I'll film mushrooms and purple ones, which is really cool. But I never have treated any of my stuff with any type for ticks. But after I got out of that, looking for that spot, I had pulled over 18 ticks off my pants.
Oh man, if you get near a nest, yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, and they were so small.
I have this, so I collect gold panning or mining, things like that. Most of my stuff's out in the hallway, but here's a souvenir bell.
Oh, cool.
You see the little gold panner and the...
Yeah.
Arm? Then I have...
a little prospector.
I have to grab it from up here.
Okay.
I just got these headphones, by the way. They're for recording music, so I'm glad I got them.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lot of stuff. I mean, here's a book sitting.
Oh, that's neat.
I got it at our church sale.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were telling me you went to a church flea market and got some finds.
Sorry for this camera view of just my stomach right now. I gotta grab it.
What stomach? Right?
Yeah. I've just got wilderness books everywhere. Okay. I wanted you to see this, though.
Okay.
I've got just a pile of coins that I've target practiced with.
Oh, nice.
I gotta move it all. Man, I got a lot of stuff up here.
Yeah, Avon, Red Fox. I remember that stuff from Avon. The spray.
Okay. It's a little dusty.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
And he's got nuggets in the pan.
Yeah, I see that.
This is probably 20 pounds.
Really?
This is marble.
Okay.
And then this is gold-plated sheeting for the river, and then this is
Yeah.
all pewter. This entire thing's pewter.
Wow.
I know. I had to
That
get it.
is awesome.
It's 1 out of 350.
Really?
Yeah. Anything to do with gold panning or mining, oh man. Because I'm in an archaeological club, and the guy that runs it has been collecting his whole life. He has original like lanterns, like those oil lamps that they had.
Yeah.
And they're cool. Man, dusty. But yeah, I collect pewter stuff. Western style pewter figurines I collect. I've got a shelf of them. I've got Civil War, like a cannon. I've got Davy Crockett, just stuff like that. But
Yeah, that is very neat. Oh, and Bailey poked her head in. Come here, Bailey. Come here. Come here. Let's push the door open. Come up here and say hi. Up. Bailey, come here. Come on. How are you going to walk under my legs? So, a lot of people haven't seen Bailey in a long time. Oh. Get her. Get up there, Bailey. Back up. You can see her head there. Oh, there's Bailey. Hey, what are you doing? You want some? Usually I have pepperonis, but I don't want to give her ghost pepper jerky.
I wouldn't do that.
You would like that. Yeah. She's only gone camping with me twice, right? It's twice. 2 times. She's looking for snacks. She's smelling where I had the bacon. I had a little container with some bacon in it. I don't have any more. I'm sorry. Oh, you're gonna leave? No. Yeah. So Bailey pays as much attention to Tony as I do. Yeah. Ditto. All right. Yeah. No. So, but you found some stuff recently at the church. Some good some fossils, didn't you?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a bag of fossils. So I collect fossils. And okay, I got I've got, dinosaur teeth. I've got big trilobites. I've got all kinds of minerals. But I went to the church sale, and out front, as I was walking in, they had boxes of rocks. It said rocks and fossils. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's cool. So I looked. There was one box full of fossilized crabs and trilobites. There was a box next to it that had brachiopods. There was a box next to that was full of coral, fossilized horn coral, which is extinct for so many 100 million years, I think 267 million or something.
Yeah.
And there were pieces like this big, fossilized coral. So I'd have to say that's the weirdest find I've had.
Yeah.
A rummage sale. But yeah, I don't know. I've got a collection. I'll have to do a video on my channel sometime, because I'm starting to get, I have 2 shelves of stuff, but it's all cool.
Yeah. And that's stuff that you've never really done before, but you have more.
I've always been into it, but I've never posted.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have to collect fossils. I am one, says old cracking dude. I had Pet Rock. Oh yeah. Do you remember Pet Rocks Alpine? I remember Pet Rocks when they came out with. You might not know what they're talking about. Pet Rocks, Nick. Do you ever hear that?
Oh yeah, I know about them.
Okay,
I had one.
Yeah.
I had a Pet Rock.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't know they had them.
I had pet potatoes.
Pet potatoes.
Yeah, I was just. Sometimes I'll help. There's a food pantry by me, and they need help like carrying the stuff out.
Yeah.
Well, I was just down there not long ago helping carry stuff, and like as I was walking, like it was towards the end when everything was getting packed up, we're putting everything away so they can haul the boxes and stuff back. There was just a single potato, like this big. It was just sitting in the driveway, and there were no potatoes in any of the boxes. So I took the potato home, but that was my pet potato.
Oh, that is cool. So I was just looking here. Stitch is saying Miss Stitch has a megalodon tooth as big as my hand.
I mean,
That's cool.
just the juvenile megalodon tooth. I mean, a juvenile is like this wide.
Really?
The adults, they can get like that wide. Like, it'd be like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're huge. My friend has like 5 of them, and they're hundreds of dollars a piece when they're that big. The biggest thing is, because they find them in Florida, they go in old riverbeds and they find them.
Okay.
But the biggest thing with megalodon teeth is they always find them broken. There will be a piece missing.
Yeah.
So what makes them expensive is when they're, fully complete. It's like an arrowhead.
Yeah.
But they're cool. Like, you would never think. I mean, you just got to think of how big those actually were. If that was one of the teeth and they have all of those teeth.
Right.
They're huge.
Mr.
A leash.
Yeah, right. So how I got a little light here and it's shining on the comments.
Well, they by me, I don't know if they do it. Some of you guys probably know, but there's Facebook groups by me, and they'll paint rocks, and on the back they'll write like the Facebook group or whatever, and then you hide them. But they do that. I find them all the time around here.
Yeah, I've seen a couple places that I've been. I've seen painted rocks. I know early on in my channel, I found a couple when I was hiking a couple of the trails. I would see the painted rocks and stuff. Yeah. Just, yeah. All right. So we got 39 people watching. It's 2:49. Well, I'm thinking that's about it. Usually I like to go 2 hours or 2.5 hours. But this has been fun, Nick.
You got to make it 3.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go till 3.
You got to make it 3.
Yeah, because we got only 14 minutes left. Yeah.
Like 13 now, so.
Yeah.
We could just talk about pet rocks for 13 minutes.
Right.
I would grab some of my dinosaur teeth. What? Have you seen like Jurassic World?
No.
Or Jurassic Park? Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jurassic Park I did.
Park, but not World. Okay.
No.
And World,
maybe I did see World.
There's the giant aquatic
yes.
dinosaur.
Yes.
It's Mosasaur. I have 2 juvenile teeth because they get a lot bigger. But I have 2 juvenile teeth. Yeah.
Do you really?
I mean, I could try to grab one real quick.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Oh, I'm moving the table.
No, you're fine. That's good.
Okay.
Oh, I like your necklace. Yeah, guys, thanks a lot for being on here with Nick and I and catching up and everybody in the comments talking and stuff. Really, really appreciate that. And if you're new here, never been on the channel before, like Camp My, I've never seen you here before. I want to thank you all for joining and taking part in this, and want to welcome you to the 2.0 family. Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this.
So my brother-in-law made me this. It's 3D printed T-Rex.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really detailed.
Oh, wow.
But he's able to actually print out like the full skeleton for it, which I really want.
Yeah.
But whenever they find a lot of the shark teeth, usually they're on like a riverbed, so they're just kind of laying the scuba for them, or you go on like a bank and sift for them. Yeah. Sometimes they find them in concretions like this, and this is really light because it's ocean floor, but you can see the shark tooth's not even taken out of the rock.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's still in the same spot that it was on the floor, you know.
That is really awesome.
That'd be ocean floor like that.
Yeah.
But here's a mosasaur. This is a juvenile. This isn't even an adult.
Oh, that is so cool.
you could see, it's hard to see, but on the edge of every tooth they had,
Serrated.
it's serrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they were aquatic and huge. This rains loud, by the way.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much, they get mineralized.
Yeah.
They get buried, and then this is just solid minerals on the inside.
Okay.
But yeah, that one's pretty cool. I have
Yeah.
a few other ones. I'll grab some other mysteries real quick. Hold on.
All right. Guys, just to tell you the difference I see in Nick from when I met him last year, and then talking to him over the months, I do want to say that his mental health and just the joy and um, is just so evident. It just how he's doing physically and mentally. So continue to pray for him. He's got on a good path right now. Very, very good path. Yeah. 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 Right, Darlene. And Darlene, thanks a lot for being a part of my prayer team, praying for him.
Okay,
This is some of the evidence for your prayers. All right.
Yeah, Darlene, there's quite a bit. So this is one of the ones I just got from that rummage sale. This is a fossilized crab. I think they thought it was a trilobite, but it's a crab.
Yeah, I wanted to see that because you were telling me about that last night.
So you're looking at the very top of it, and it's the darker spots are its claws held inwards.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it. Like, oh, wow. Yeah. And you found that at the rummage sale?
Yeah, that one was 50 cents.
Oh.
So here's a saber-toothed echidus, and it's an extinct fish, and that is its saber tooth that the fish had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a big tooth. I mean, I'm trying to hold it so you can see the size, but
yeah, no, that's very big.
Here's a very young mosasaur tooth. So this one's a lot smaller than that other one.
Yeah.
It's mosasaur. And then this was a gift to me from the Archaeological Club. I think this would be from Wyoming. They find fossilized fish.
Oh, that is really neat.
But it's very delicate. That's how thick it is.
Yeah.
You can't cut it any thicker. I think it's probably limestone. But you got to be careful because it will collapse.
Yeah.
But
that is very nice.
And I don't even have to leave my room for these ones. 1 second.
Yeah, good night, Freddie.
Okay. So this is the bag that I got them from at the church sale. Well, they put them in this.
Yeah.
So this one would have been 50 cents. This is a trilobite.
Oh, yeah. Now, they're pretty popular around Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, you can find them in certain spots.
Yeah.
I found one.
That's a good looking one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's Pennsylvania state fossil, but it's certain areas that you really find them. So there's another one there.
Yeah.
This would have been 50 cents at the sale, which they're not a ton of money, trilobites. It just depends on how many are in it. This one you can't really see, but they didn't polish this one. And this was the coolest because it shows like a complete like ecosystem of like a floor. So if you look in there, there's a trilobite towards my thumb here at the bottom left.
Yeah.
There's fossilized clams.
Right.
And then there's plant life, which I gotta polish that. So here, this is fossilized horn coral.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
that.
Yeah.
Really heavy though, and if you look on the inside, not this one. Okay, yeah, you can see the structure of the coral.
Oh my goodness.
It's easier in person, but
Yeah.
that's a big piece. There's a smaller one.
Oh yeah. Man, that's a good find.
Yeah, I believe this is a brachiopod. It's like the shell fossils that you find on a creek bed.
Yeah.
These are different. They're like two shells put together almost, it looks like.
Yeah.
See that ridge? But I think that's
yeah.
a brachiopod. Just a couple more in here. This, I think it's horn coral. Hard to tell. But yeah, all these at the rummage sale. They didn't know who brought them either. They just showed up. Here's more horn coral.
Oh yeah.
And
Stitch is saying he has a petrified Twinkie from the Mesozoic.
here's 3 trilobites. Little ones.
Oh yeah. Up in the corner there.
Mm-hmm. This is like show and tell here.
Right? Yeah, that's what Stitch was saying. Or Alpine Warrior was saying.
See, someone would probably think that's a tooth.
Yeah, I would.
But it's coral.
Huh.
They look very convincing.
Very.
Yeah, I gotta do some type of video.
Yeah, very cool, Nick.
I'm going back into my cave here for the last couple minutes.
I like that painted saw of the door.
Yeah, so the one was from my one grandpa, and that's the one with the coon dogs. It's their coon dogs they used to run. When they'd go hunting.
Have you ever been out coon hunting?
No.
I used to go with a friend back when I was like 19 years old. Really neat. I love being in the woods at night. And you turn your headlamps off and you just listen for the dogs.
Well,
sometimes you'd be listening for an hour or two, and then they pick up a scent, and then you just hear them running around the mountain. And then once they tree it, their bark changes, and then we would go, oh my goodness, try to find them. But we'd stir up turkeys every once in a while that were nested in the trees.
Yeah.
Scare the living daylights out of you when they're flying through the trees.
There's so many stories my dad's told me, because they're from England. And yeah, I have to go to England because half my family's over there. I want to visit them. But when they come over, they like immediately get a lot of hunting and stuff for money. And Dad has all these stories. He'd just leave his jacket if the dogs would run too far, and in the morning he'd go back and they'd be waiting on the jacket. And he said all the times that they mistakenly chased coyotes. And my grandpa's dog he got it from a junkyard. The guy said he was gonna put it down. He didn't say put it down. He said he's gonna that thing, get rid of it because it wouldn't stop barking. And it was a female, but he won. Like, they'd have competitions, he'd win, and he'd beat dogs that were like thousands and thousands of dollars purebred.
Oh wow.
So there's like all these stories, like,
yeah.
So I have some of the original stuff, and then my dad raised mink. He did mink, and then he was at the fur house. But then so that's like the coon dog saw, and then the saw above that door over there, It's a cabin, and then the sign says green on it. But they had that a long time ago.
Oh, very cool.
Snipe hunt.
Yeah.
You guys got to do a squirrel hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, make squirrel pot pie.
So
That'd be good.
there's barn rats up the road from me in this old barn.
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool to get one of those scopes because I have 22 LR ammo and it's a rat shot.
Oh,
So the end looks like a little capsule, you know,
yeah.
like a dietary capsule, but in it, it's like a bunch of tiny, tiny little BBs.
Okay.
So I thought that'd be a good video.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Good night,
All right.
Hammock Mountain.
Hey, Hammock. Oh, you just hit 3 hours.
Oh, there we go. 3 hours
What's
and
the
24
longest-
seconds.
What's the longest stream you've ever done?
A little over 5 hours.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're making that. So
No, wait. No, I think it was longer. Wait, my New Year's Eve. Because I started at, I think, 10 o'clock. We went till midnight. And then, since on the East Coast, Happy New Year. That was this past New Year. And then I was like, oh, wait. Part of the people, it's not New Year's yet. Well, let's just stay on. So then we went, we moved across the time zones all the way to California. So that was like a 6-hour live. And then I went to bed and I went, oh, forgot Hawaii. But it was going to be like another couple hours till Hawaii went off. And I was tired by that time.
I think the longest. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I did talk about doing a 24-hour live when I hit 15,000. But the more I think about it, and Cindy Wagner sent me an email and said that YouTube, you don't want to go over 12 hours. So you got to do 11 hours and 55 minutes and then start another one to balance it out because they won't do a straight 24-hour one and save it. You've got to cut it short and then start another one. Yeah.
Longest I ever did, I think, was like on my channel was like almost 4 hours. But that's just like, that's the thing with me is like, did you have a panel like for New Year's? Or was it mainly just you?
No, it's just me.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand like how you can go on that long and not even like notice half the time.
Right.
Like,
well,
I mean,
you know what was neat is that just based on the time changes, we would change I would change the appearance of things. So I think for like when it went for Texas, I think I had this hat on, something else. I forget, but we changed it as we were going out. Yeah. And dropping different things. Yeah. Cause I was dropping stuff from the roof down and yeah. Yeah. But there was a lot of talking.
yeah. That's like
Yeah.
my voice will go dry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that if I did the 24-hour live, I would schedule people kind of like what we're doing here throughout the hours. You know, like, hey, when can you jump on? Well, I'd like to, be around, kind of talk and stuff around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, then they would go into a slot for 2. But it's seeming like it would be kind of a hard thing to do. Keeping the phones charged, my headset charged.
I just,
I
have to figure out how to stay interesting because, like, when I do lives, I haven't done one in a while. Like, I'll be doing one soon
right.
Now that I'm getting stuff reset up.
I
But
think the last one you did was in your shed.
Probably, yeah. I would do vinyl. I play vinyl records the whole time.
Really?
The whole time. So I just take the videos down whenever I'd be done. I'd live stream.
True.
I'd play all the vinyls, all the music I wanted, and then before it would post, I'd just delete it.
Okay.
So, and people like vinyls because I have like a good collection now of like all kinds.
Yeah.
So I'd play them, but I'm thinking now I won't do that so I can leave them up because some
Good night,
people,
Stitch.
they're not able to watch. All right, Night Stitch.
Yeah, he's out in Colorado Springs. Yeah, vinyls. I've never been really musically inclined at all. In fact, when people say, "Hey, did you ever hear this song?" I'm like, "Nope," because I didn't grow up around music for me. So,
Well, man, where's my thing at? There it is. Okay, so this is my new setup.
okay.
So I use the iMac for music, and
Oh, nice.
pretty much it's really messed up now, and the screen's completely broke because the cat knocked it over.
Oh,
But I've got these monitors. They're like really good monitors for making music. And then I just got this now.
okay. Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's a Rode NT5 mic, and I have
Oh,
it on
nice.
the shock arm.
Yeah.
And this is what I do music with. But whenever I go live, I'll be at this desk probably.
Yeah.
But I love this arm. I was gonna get a cheap one,
Right.
but after seeing, like the cheaper ones not do as well, I was like, I better get a decent one, because I'd probably regret it.
Yeah.
I figured back in this closet the AC wouldn't keep blowing on the mic,
Oh, there you go.
because I can't shut that thing off. If I shut it off, it
It's
gets like
hot.
100 degrees in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have it on. I've got the freezer back there, but it's full of meat. Yeah.
With copyright, yeah, I got tons of not strikes, but I got tons of, as soon as the live, like even before I could delete the live streams, like I would get hit with so many copyright emails. I'd have so many, because a lot of people would be nervous, like I was gonna get taken down. But I noticed, as long as if you're live,
Yeah.
just play whatever, but then you got to take the video down.
Got it.
There are some that I play music and I just made the videos private, but sometimes they don't let you even,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they get weird. It's because it's almost as if there's so many people trying to strike the video that they can't strike it. So YouTube just like wants you to take it down almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I don't know. I wish the music wasn't like that.
Yeah. Good night. Good night, Robert Bell. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, Dixie Cup. Yay. Yeah. So, do you think we, cook for us? Do you think maybe we could look at maybe a camp sometime? If you and I getting out and going camping, maybe some like Cook Forest. Is that a good place?
Yeah, it's a great place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of black bear, but I mean where we were there was more black bear, so.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Right where we were camping, it's loaded.
Oh,
I know
too
Adam
bad we
doesn't.
didn't see one.
I know he doesn't see them a lot, but I mean that trail we were on was covered in bear crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we heard turkeys in the morning. Oh, and City Sticker, Chris, he got that turkey in the morning, Saturday morning, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And then the gray fox.
yeah. Yeah, that was barking on different. That's because it smelled that ribeye steak.
Must have smelled something. I know they're, mainly squirrel they eat, but I'm sure they'd love a ribeye. That's the
Oh,
problem
yeah.
with gray fox. They're more of like a cat. The way they behave is more like a cat.
Okay.
They hide, they stalk, they're really shy. Yeah, and they love climbing.
Really?
Oh yeah, they love those pine trees. Yeah, they'll lay up in them and everything.
Huh. Yeah, I wish we would have got more on the game cam than what we did.
You could have left one there until next year if you had a couple.
Oh, that's true.
I have like 7 trail cams, so I could
Do
have.
you really?
Yeah, I could have. I've got 2 cell cams that I mistakenly didn't know they were cell cams. They were on like clearance for like dirt cheap, like
Yeah.
$15 a piece.
And what's a cell cam?
So, like the SIM card for your phone for
Yeah.
mobile data, you buy those separately from your carrier and you plug them in. And wherever you have those, as soon as it takes a picture, it'll send it to your phone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it sends it right to your phone. So if someone's stealing your camera, before they can even take stuff out of it to shut it off, you'll get the picture of them. Or right when it's happening. Or if the animal's there, you can do it right when it's happening. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, my that camera there, Mary and Johnny D. Torres sent me, and I'm glad we got something, but I wish I would have had it turned just a little bit more, even facing the other direction from where the deer came, because it would have had to have come through where we walked through. So we would have picked it up a lot better.
It definitely knew that camera was there, though.
Yeah, and I don't know how, though.
The deer by me, though, like, they are so used to the Amish being in the woods constantly and me, being around, and they're so used to people by me. Whereas there's literally a deer farm in Cook's Forest, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
You can go and visit the deer and stuff. And
okay.
Yeah, but by me, they're so used to people. They just they're not phased. But there, they kind of have all them big hills and everything to hide in.
Yeah.
So they're probably a little bit more skittish around that area.
Yeah. There's a red stag farm near me. You can take a tour. They'll take you out on a wagon. Oh, the racks on those red stag are huge, and you can get red stag jerky, bologna, and stuff like that. They sell the meat there, but they raise them. Just beautiful animals. I did a tour. My daughter took me on one for, I think it was Father's Day. We went, but they give the kids, you can buy treats for them. So as you go around on the, wagon, they stick their head in. They eat right out of these little kids' hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't bite. Well,
yeah, they do a lot of them. There's 2 by me that do it, like the safari, and they'll have the wagon or whatever they do, but no.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it looks like a lot of people saying goodnight. We're down to 28 people, and we went 12 more minutes over it. Nick, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it was great camping with you. I'm looking forward to it again next year, but hopefully we can do something before next year too.
Yeah, I want to be able to start traveling soon here. So
yeah,
my main goal is, to start getting back at things and, whatever I can to get back at things and try to get how I was with things and,
Well, you're on the right path. Definitely. And, maybe down the road, we'll get you on again and we can talk about updates on how carnivore's going, maybe like in 5 or 6 months or 4 months, or if we camp together at some point or do something together, we can do another Sunday night live and say, hey, here's what the video was about. And hey, answer questions, stuff like that. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun. Glad you came on and said yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I would always join live panels.
Right.
After Sty passed, he was like the center of 2 live streams that I'd always go to, and everybody stopped. So
yeah,
I'm used to going on StreamYard and just being on there forever. but I haven't done it
Yes,
in a while.
great.
So
Well, that's good. So we get you back on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing with us all the fossils too.
yeah,
Story.
it's not a crazy collection, but I wanted to be a paleontologist for a while, but I talked to a few really smart people, and I should take their advice because they've been in the field of paleontology and archaeology, and they said it's don't pursue it.
No.
Okay. They said
Right.
if it's something you want to learn and know that you're a professor in, and you know it's possible you could get a job at a museum. They said it's just the funding, but so that's why I'm staying a hobbyist when it comes to fossils. But
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you said you're part of a group.
yeah, it's French Creek Archaeological Society, and French Creek runs through PA here, and it was
Yeah.
heavily camped by indigenous, so they
Right.
they do digs and stuff like that. But
Oh, neat. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight.
all right,
All right.
good night, guys.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pop you off here, and I'm gonna just. Well, you know what? Just stay on. All right.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get out and do my camping video yet. I've got a plan. I've got a place I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a hammock camp, and it's gonna be at a place. I'm not telling you where it's going to be. But as you guys know, every Thursday night, we've got a camping video. At least try to. I am going to be going with Miss 2.0, and I are going to go down with our daughter, Rachel, and our grandkids, 4 grandkids. In June, we're going to go down to Ocean City, Maryland. So not sure how things are going to work for that video. And got my blood test coming up. A lot of good things happening. And I want to say you guys have an awesome week. Have a blessed day tomorrow. And don't forget to think about our veterans and those who have sacrificed all so that we might have the freedoms that we do experience and enjoy family. Absolutely. All righty. Hello, everyone. Random Exploring 1.0. All right. Well, ready. I've never had you do the 2.0, did I? You want to give it a try?
I could.
Okay. All right. Nick and Tony, 2.0. Out.
Right.
All right.
I got it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You know some sign language.
Yep.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's actually, I was told out in the Badlands by she was a principal of a deaf school, and she told me that was a perfect 2.0. I didn't know that. I came up with that like, oh, I should figure out something for 2.0 before I did gold panning. And I was sitting in the car going 2.0, and then I just made it fluid, like 2.0 and 2.0. And I did that on one of my gold panning videos, like, hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Oh, like that was pretty fun. And then I've just been doing it ever since. Well, yeah. Perfect.
Thanks for everyone that stopped over from my channel. I appreciate it. And make sure you sub. Make sure you sub. He's trying to get to 15K, guys. He's close.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because Miss 2.0 is going to go camping at 15K. And I've got an idea that I don't want it to be a bad experience for her because I'd like her to start doing this more. Yeah. All right. All right, everyone. Well, thanks a lot. And thanks, Jack's grandma, for continuing to pray for him. Yeah. You're a great support for him. Yeah. All right. Well, Nick, love you, brother. And you have a great week. And hopefully we'll talk. All right.
Yep, we will.
Okay. All right. Okay. See you, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night, Mary and Johnny. D. Torres. All right. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh,
see you guys.
Thank you, Jack's grandma. All right. See y'all. God bless. Have an awesome week. All right. We'll see ya.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. I did end. Yeah. And